So Donald Trump has just removed the temporary protected status, and that's going to affect a lot of Haitians who've been using the protected status. So what are we going? What's going to happen? And what is FBA's opinion on it? I'm gonna tell you right now, we're sitting this one out too.
The price of freedom is death. We're coming to get our check.
Black first, my brothers and my sisters, okay? Welcome to the Afro Elite YouTube channel. We're going to have a much needed discussion. There's much to discuss this evening. I want to start off by saying we're a little bit behind schedule. I had a very important meeting I had to attend to that, but we're going to be picking up. We got a lot of good stuff still coming up. I appreciate y'all, especially the real ones, for rocking here, for being here on a late night tip. Shout out to every single last one of y'all. Now, I think by this, I'm going to say this before we get into it, okay? I'm not a type of person. I feel like I am a solution-oriented individual. I think I've always been that way since I was a kid. I'm a solution-oriented individual. And in order to bring a solution to fruition, you have to be honest, okay? You have to tell the truth. One of my favorite grandmaster teachers, Dr. Neely Fuller. He's not a doctor, but I like to give it to him because, I mean, if these people are doctors, I would say he's probably a doctor with the knowledge he has. But okay. Neely Fuller Jr. said, all solutions are based out of questions and answers. You have to ask the right questions so you can bring the right answers. What we are, what I am, and what you guys are, rooted deep down, are people of answers and people of progress. And in order to make progress, you have to tell the truth and be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. This is not personal. This is about solving the problem, which is why I'm here, which is why y'all here. The reason why we do this is for that reason. Now, do we have non-FBAs from Africa and the Caribbean who are on this channel right now who've been supporting for years now? Yes, we do. And I will always give them their shout out. I will always give them their flowers, okay? I'm saying that to say you guys might feel a little bit of type of way about what I got to say. But the thing is, the truth has to be told, because right here, this is not for me to diss and for clicks and views. I could do a lot for clicks and views. I really could. This is not to diss or throw shade for clicks and views. And I'm not going to sugarcoat the problem, which is what we've been doing for too long. We've been trying to turn the other cheek, ignore the issue, sugarcoat the problem for too long. And that's why nothing is getting solved. No progress has been made. Now it's time for us to stop doing that. So tonight, I'm letting you guys know, even to the riders here, all right? I want y'all to listen and listen very well, all right? We're not sugarcoating anything tonight. I'm just going to let you guys know that from start to finish, we're not sugarcoating anything. This is not because we have this axe to grind or some rivalry with you guys. But in order to solve an issue, a doctor can't sugarcoat if you have cancer. I'm the doctor and the body has cancer. I can't sugarcoat it. So we're not going to do that tonight. I love you. But we ain't going to sugarcoat nothing tonight. Not tonight. No. As we get started, I got to play the copyright disclaimer to establish that everything we play thus forth is under fair use, to establish to YouTube that it's fair use. As we're doing that, what I would appreciate for every single last one of you all to do is to hit that like button. Hit that like button so we can have as many likes as you know, we're live, because we already kind of starting off a little bit later than usual, but it's okay. So we will be right back. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, so to get this started, right? Let me explain to you guys what what is it called? TPS, temporary protected status. What that means is pretty much refugees. Okay, temporary refugees. It's not a green card. It's not a visa. It's not something that you can use for a pathway to citizenship. It is not that whatsoever. A temporary protected status, by definition, means it is temporary because your nation is going through either some type of political disaster, some type of natural disaster, or something like that where it is unsafe for you to be there, so you can seek temporary protected status. Why I'm saying temporary and hyping on that is because all of them coming in have to sign paperwork acknowledging that this is temporary and agreeing to when the date is up, they have to go. Okay, that is what the temporary protected status is. Now, originally under the Biden administration, he didn't want to do nothing for Haitians. Okay, let's be very clear. Biden does not like Haitians. In case anybody forgot these images real quick. Okay, I don't know if anybody forgot those, but this is all Biden. While y'all want to sit up there and talk about the lesser of two evils and how we xenophobic for not fighting against ICE or whatever the case is, ain't nobody was saying that when Biden was in charge. I'm just saying. Kamala didn't have nothing to say about that either. Just saying, just got to say that, right? So what that means is they all agreed that at the end of the date that they were going to be sent back. The problem lies here. The problem lies with the fact that they came over because Haiti got a lot of gangs running through. Haiti got a lot of gang problems and stuff like that. Haiti has a lot of that. And they came here under the temporary protected status, which was supposed to end in next year in February. Donald Trump came in and was all like, well, I'm looking at Haiti. Haiti seems okay enough. So we're going to end this. And then the temporary protected status is going to be ended in September. Now, before we get into it, I want to establish to you guys, while you guys are sitting up there talking about how Trump is this and Trump don't like Haitians, I'm going to tell you guys the original person who didn't like Haitians was Biden. Biden don't like Haitians whatsoever. Let me just give a reminder and a refresher of Biden and Haitians. So to let you guys know, we both see the evil of both parties. Y'all sitting up there trying to act like one party is the good guy, one party is the bad guy. Remember this? Remember Biden saying this? Hold on.
That this ethnic cleansing has the potential to rear its ugly head in Ukraine and in Belarus and in the former Soviet Union, where they have major arsenals of nuclear weapons, where they have long histories of national wars, where ethnicity dominates. That is a phenomenal potential consequence of the United States. If Haiti, a god-awful thing to say, if Haiti just quietly sunk into the Caribbean or rose up 300 feet, it wouldn't matter a whole lot.
Did you hear that? If Haiti quietly sunk into the bottom of the Caribbean or rose up 300 feet, okay, which isn't, that bad, but I'm assuming he means like 3,000, like super, super high in the sky, it wouldn't matter that much, okay? Couple that with this, okay? And you can tell he didn't care about Haitians, which is why he didn't try to give them no pathway to citizenship. All right, while y'all was sitting up there talking about how we didn't know what we were talking about, we knew what we were talking about. And we knew that this was inevitable. Now, let's play some news clips. I want you guys to see some of this, all right?
In North Miami, crucial town hall in North Miami. Community leaders and residents will gather to discuss what's next for Haitians facing the end of their temporary protected status.
That's a really scary time for the Haitian community as the federal government has set a deadline for deportation. The pressure is now on to find answers and do them fast. Local 10's Lenny Supal joins us live with the details. Lenny, good morning.
Good morning. That termination deadline on the horizon set for September 2nd, which is less than 10 weeks away. So local advocates are taking action and encouraging others to do the same. The Trump administration revoking TPS expected to impact 500,000 Haitians living in the U.S., setting them up for potential deportation. The Department of Homeland Security stating this decision restores integrity in our immigration system and ensures that temporary protective status is actually temporary. It goes on to say, quote, the environmental situation in Haiti has improved enough that it's safe for Haitian citizens to return home. TPS allows people currently in the U.S. to stay and work legally if their homelands are deemed unsafe. Immigrants from 17 countries, including Haiti, Afghanistan, Sudan, and Lebanon, were receiving those protections before President Donald Trump took office for his second term in January. According to a recent report from the International Organization for Migration, gang violence has displaced 1.3 million people across Haiti as the local government and international community struggle to contain a spiraling crisis. Today's town hall meeting will set to take place here at Kat's Restaurant and Lounge at 4 p.m., which is located on Northeast 125th Street. And it's important to note that the Haitian community has actually fought for TPS before. Back in 2017, we saw many take to the streets in Miami. But it's those demonstrations paired with litigation that ultimately halted Trump's attempt to terminate TPS. But today's battle is very different since it's deeply intertwined with his wide-sweeping immigration crackdown. Reporting live in North Miami.
Okay, so you have that. Then what happened was, and I'm giving you guys the update before we really get into it. Then what happened was one of the federal judges in New York said, okay, he's going to block that. So the original deportation date or the termination, the end of the temporary protected status date went back from September. It went back to its original date, which was February of next year. So let me play that for you all.
Haitians in the country were set to lose. More than 500,000 Haitians in the country were set to lose their legal status by fall.
That was until this week when a federal judge in New York put a stop to the Trump administration's move to end their temporary protective status. NBC 10's immigration reporter Oscar Margain, joining us live from Mattapan Square, considered the heart of the Haitian community in Boston. Oscar?
Yeah, guys, and really what this does is it gives the Haitian community with TPS here in Mattapan and in surrounding areas a chance here, maybe an opportunity to find a solution for a more permanent legal status here in this country. Pastor Dufort Florissant is broadcasting in Creole the latest news in the effort to preserve legal status for more than 500,000 Haitians in the country.
It's a very big sign of relief.
On Tuesday, a federal judge stopped the Department of Homeland Security from terminating TPS for Haitians in September, prolonging their protections for 6 more months. The back and forth this year between the Trump administration and those challenging the efforts have left many TPS holders with great uncertainty. Are we going to go through this all over again?
But absolutely, again, this relief is temporary.
TPS for Haitians was originally granted following turmoil in the island in 2010. Today, Massachusetts is home to the second largest Haitian population in the U.S. About 20% of the 77,000 Haitians here are TPS holders.
I've never seen our community be in such an uproar.
Immigration attorney Ernst Guerriere is helping his clients navigate through all the changes, asking them.
Now, I want you guys to understand. I'm going to let it play, but I want you guys to understand. He said 27,000 of them are under this. So that's a lot. It's not a couple hundred. It's not even a couple thousand. Okay. 27,000. That's a lot.
To carry on while leaders seek a more permanent solution.
We are asking to have a discussion. We are asking to be part of a plan to find a common resolution moving forward.
So that's going to lead to a lot of people not coming to work.
Dr. Jim Lamastro is a senior and disability care advocate, an industry he says is reliant on Haitian care providers.
We find ourselves with what is already a very fragile system in a lot of trouble.
The Department of Homeland Security said it was moving to end TPS because, quote, the environmental situation in Haiti has improved enough that it is safe for Haitian citizens to return home. But the Department of State has an active do not travel warning to Haiti due to violence and insecurity. Even the FAA has a temporary ban on all flights to the island's capital.
If Haiti was okay, we would definitely find a way to go back.
Now,
okay, and then I got one more thing to play. I got one more thing to play, and I'm playing all of this for a very important reason, because we got to get to it, okay? Listen.
Caribbean nation of Haiti for months. UN officials now warning gangs control an estimated 90% of the capital. It's why hundreds of thousands have fled, like Kevinson and Shirley Jean, who 2 years ago legally immigrated to rural Panhandle, Texas.
We wanted to start a new life where we can have hope for our future kids or for our future dreams.
But now they are living in limbo. Last week, the Trump administration announced in September it would end temporary protected status for Haitians like the Jeans, which the Biden administration had extended due to gang violence. And even though the FAA has banned U.S. flights to Haiti's capital, the administration now says the environmental situation in Haiti has improved enough that it is safe for Haitian citizens to return home.
Return to Haiti right now is death sentence.
My biggest worry is they can kidnap me, rape me, because the gang, they don't think, I think they don't care about if you're gonna suffer.
Already, the Jeans' work permits have expired. Members of their church, many of who voted for President Trump, are helping them pay for a lawyer to seek asylum. A federal judge this week blocked the Trump administration's move to end TPS. But Tom Homan, the president's border czar, says the government will appeal the decision.
Why go after Haitian immigrants that came here legally and who have been contributing to society and who, by the way, have the support of Trump supporters who voted for the president?
Again, the president made a commitment we're going to enforce immigration laws in this country. And we do prioritize the worst of the worst. But that doesn't mean everybody else is off the table. If they're here in violation of immigration law and we find them, they're going to be arrested.
The Jeans just praying they can stay.
There's good people that embrace the American culture. So there has to be a way to help them find something to stay here in America.
Yamiche Alcindor, NBC News, Panhandle, Texas.
Okay, let's talk about that. Here's the thing. Somebody's asking, am I of Haitian descent? You must be new to the channel. There's nobody outside of FBA in my family, so no. Okay, let me say this. Nobody wants, or at least I don't, and I know a lot of you guys don't. Nobody wants nobody to be kidnapped and raped, and nobody wants that for you all right? Nobody, I don't want that for you guys. I really don't. The problem, let's tell the truth tonight. The problem is the fact that you guys have I could almost give a pass for children. I could give a pass for children. I could give a pass for the women. But when I hear a grown man say he's scared, it's cringy to me. It's just like, I can't. You got grown men fighting to extend temporary protected status here. Okay, that's something that is not honorable. It's not courageous. It's not something that people can really rally behind. Grown men fighting to stay away from their homeland. People can't rally behind that. I understand, and I'm not trying to be insensitive about it. But as the men, there's a lot. There's more than a few. It's a lot of you guys. It would be one thing if y'all said, okay, let's have the women and the children stay in America and the men go back to Haiti. We're going to get rid of all of the problems with the gangs or whatever. And then when it's safe, we can bring everybody back. I could respect that. I would have nothing but respect if they was on that type of time. If they was on that type of page where at the very least the men are saying, okay, it's not safe for the women to go back. So we're going to have them here in America where it's safe. And the thousands of men are working together and they say, okay, this is our plan. We're going to go back. We're going to clean it up. We're going to get it straight. We're going to get it together. We're going to go back and then we're going to send for them when we get it all taken care of. That's respectable. That's honorable. That's something that we could all say, hey, we can support that. We can get behind that. But y'all sitting up there be all like the grown men, like, man, I don't want to go back. I'm scared. We can't get behind that now. We can't get behind y'all saying y'all scared. Because what do you think gonna happen? The gang's just gonna die out? What do you think is gonna happen? You think the gangs are gonna just disappear? You think the gang members are gonna be all like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of just being in the gang. Let me just not be in the gang no more. They're not going away. They have to be made to go away. And they are not going to be made to go away because the men are sitting up there fleeing with the women. That's why. And this is why we can't get behind that. That's cowardice. That's unhonorable. Okay? That's not real manhood. All right? Y'all need to be better than that. Y'all sitting up there, first off, is borderline pathetic. It is pathetic. It is pathetic. It's scary. It's pathetic. Okay? Y'all can't have, a grown man cannot ask another grown man to have sympathy for him. You need to have the courageous backbone it takes to go back and fix whatever you need to fix. That's just what it is. That's the way the world works. We're not doing that. If we was all like, hey man, Chicago is super, super dangerous. I don't ever want to live now. This with our country. If we went to Canada or something like that, be all like, man, I'm scared. Nobody would respect that. And everybody would be looking like, no, that's pathetic. That's sad. And here's the thing. It would be one thing if y'all came together, instead of coming together in a church and talking about how you guys are going to stay in America, you guys need to be coming together in your churches talking about how you're going to fix Haiti. That's what you guys need to be doing. That's what you guys need to be doing. Y'all not trying to, y'all really coming together to stay somewhere. Instead, y'all don't come together to fix anything. And this is our problem. Because when we come together for reparations. We come together for whether that's protests, whether that's like the George Floyd thing or Trayvon Martin thing or whatever the case may be. We come together for that, to fix something. Y'all not coming to fix nothing. And we can't respect that. That's not respectable. It's not. It's not. And with the lack of manhood that exists within too many of y'all, there's nothing that can be done. Because how are we going to team up with that? Come on, can we tell the truth? Can we tell the truth? Haitians in 1804, you had children fighting the French army. Where is that energy? That's what we need. That's what we expected when we fought for the right for y'all to come over here. We was expecting that type of energy. We was looking at 1804. There was children going into the cannons, the big, the old school cannons or whatever the case is, and you launched the cannonball. There was children using themselves, sacrificing themselves so they can free Haiti. That's what we was looking at. Like, oh, okay, that's what we need over here. Y'all came over here talking about, look, I'm scared to fight. Whoa, what? You scared? That's what the kids wasn't even scared. How are you scared? We can't get behind that, man. We can't. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down. If I was to give you guys any type of real solution, I would say y'all need to do that, because the temporary protected status, whether it gets, because Trump and them are doing like a legal thing, right? So it might go to September, it might go to February. But the thing is that the administration has to keep renewing the temporary protected status. Even if it extends all the way to February, it's going to be up. It's going to be up. Y'all got what? Not even a whole year left. Y'all need to come together as a unit and say, this is what, even if y'all want to make the argument that the women get to stay, y'all can probably much easier make that argument and people could get behind. But if y'all say, hey, we're going to get our money together, we're going to put forth some resources, we're going to get down there, we're going to clean it up, and then we're going to make it better the way it needs to be. Okay, but if y'all not going to be on that page, y'all can't really expect nobody to get behind that. I'm sorry. People can't get behind cowardice. Okay, which is why y'all sitting up there acting like, where's the FBAs with the ICE protest? That's because it's cowardly. That's the truth. It's cowardly. And people can't get behind that. Okay, when we were protesting with the George Floyd thing, that's not cowardly, because that's actually change. That's bravery. That's the opposite. That's bravery. That's changing a system instead of fleeing one. That's fighting and facing danger instead of fleeing from it. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? When they do that, it's not the same, because that's fleeing and you're fighting for your right to stay in another land instead of fixing your problem. That's cowardly, and nobody's going to get behind that. Y'all, if y'all gonna be in churches, instead of paying for lawyers to stay in America, y'all need to put y'all money together, and whatever the case is, get whatever y'all need. And I'm not trying to promote no violence. Get whatever y'all need to go back and fix that up. That's what y'all need to be on. And I was actually on TikTok. I was talking to a Haitian. He was like 20 some years old, and he was telling me that he believes in everything I'm saying. He's all like, yeah, that the men should go back. That's what y'all need to be doing. And to be honest, I hope y'all do. And I hope y'all do. And I hope y'all make it great. And I hope y'all get it together. I hope y'all do, because that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Instead of coming over here and acting like we need to sit up there and accommodate your cowardice, because we're not going to do that. It's temporary. So you're going to leave regardless. Okay. So you need to make the best of the time you have now to organize this. 20? Now, some of the news articles were saying different numbers, but let's say at the very, very, very least, 1,500. At the very least, 1,500. We know it's more than that. At the very least, 1,500. That's more than enough for y'all to come together and organize to get Haiti cleaned up. That's more than enough. At the very least, that's more than enough. That's what y'all need to be on. All right. Now, people are asking, why are foundational? Carmelo. What's that other brother? Forget his name. With the car, the father with the car. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's brave. We get behind bravery. We can't get behind that, cowardice. We can't get behind that. This is why we always be paying homage to Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman and people who were brave. Malcolm X said he knew he was going to die. Do you understand that? He said he lives his life like he's a dead man already, with no fear of death. He didn't fear death at all. He told the news anchor that. He was like, hey, I got to operate like I'm dead already. I don't fear death. Dr. King said, longevity is good, but what's it worth? He knew he was going to die, and this unfortunate, but he knew that what he was doing is going to make his life here short, and they still did it to their dying breath. So we can't sit up there and look at Martin and look at Malcolm and sit up there and then look at Shaw and have the same respect. We can't do that. We can't do that. You think Harriet Tubman, you think she didn't know what would happen if she got caught? I'm talking about, you had even our women. You had Rosa Parks sacrificing herself to go to jail for the movement as a woman. We, you know what I'm saying? We just can't respect that coward. We can't respect it. I'm sorry. All right. And y'all want us to get behind it, and we can't get behind that because that's not brave and that's not righteous. All right. And then y'all sitting up there and y'all being disrespectful. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all wonder why we can't get behind that. It's first off because it's not the way y'all supposed to be operating, period. Okay? It's not how y'all supposed to be operating, period. And then y'all asking, and another very, very, very big part, we got to get to it. Another big part of this is because as foundational Black Americans, what we are suffering from, because we suffering from, and I know I am, is tether fatigue. We got to get into that. We got to get into this tether fatigue. Now, I'm not saying that every single Haitian is a tether, but the problem is y'all allow the tethers to go unchecked. And they represent you guys because you guys don't explicitly put them in their place, okay? We make sure that because we got Sambos, but we make sure that our Sambos don't represent us. We make sure of that. We will be the first person to call out a Jesse Lee Peterson. We be the first one to call out a Larry Elder. We the first one. I'll be sitting up there on who's that? Officer Tatum or whatever the case is, whatever his name is. Me, I be on that. Torian be on that. We be sitting up there putting him in his place all the time. We be the first ones to do it. Y'all don't get a chance because we do it. Okay. That's y'all problem. Because y'all be turning a blind eye to all of that. So we're gonna get into the reasons, right? But let's play this. Let's see some of the reactions we got going on. All right.
Diaspora. What have as a part of the diaspora? What have I don't know if it's bots, I don't know if it's actual people, but any black person supporting the deportation of Haitians is a fucking coon. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And before you get to type in your bullshit ass FBA logic in the comments or your diaspora war bullshit, save it. You will be blocked. Nobody's entertaining your regressive ass ideologies any longer. Y'all have been talking for way too long and talking way too much. I'm tired of this vast minority infecting the vast majority with they bullshit. I'm not arguing with niggas that think you can get to Egypt through the Grand Canyon. I'm not entertaining pseudo-intellectualism. Anybody in their right mind, especially somebody that's a part of the diaspora, would have nothing but respect for Haiti and the Haitian people. Especially if you understood the history and understood the fact that the only reason that they in the position that they are in today is because they dared to stand up to colonialism and oppression.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing we gotta talk about. We can't let that slide. No. First off, it's less of, and people be like, y'all cheering on the deportations or whatever the case is. The thing is that we do have immigration laws here. We do have that. And those laws need to be enforced. So it's not out of no hate, but the law is the law that you guys acknowledge coming in. All of y'all acknowledge this coming in. Okay? If I went to Canada, Mexico, anywhere else in the world, Haiti, anywhere else in the world, and be all like, hey, I'm gonna just stay here, and they kick me out, I can't say that's unfair. I can't ask for the natives to sit up there and fight for my right to supersede their immigration law. You couldn't do that, and we wouldn't do that, and they wouldn't do that in their own homeland. They'd be all like, get them niggas out of here. And we're gonna have to have a conversation about that, because in Mexico, okay, there are protests going on in Mexico because they don't want immigrants in Mexico. Did you guys know that? There are protests going on in Mexico right now because they don't want immigrants coming in there, taking their resources and taking their jobs. And they're protesting the government allowing them to do that. But we bad. We the bad guys when we do it. It's immoral for us to do it, okay? Let me get to something else he said. He also said that, the only reason they're in that position is because of the government dismantling them and displacing them and all of that stuff. And that's not incorrect fully, but the other avenue, the other factor is the fact that the culture of resistance is not the same it used to be. The culture of 1804, the resistance of colonial power is not there. Y'all trying to get up there and bounce by the thousands. That's the problem. And y'all not just sending the women and children. Y'all sending grown men who don't want to go back. Y'all not sending grown men who like, okay, let's go there. Let's reorganize. Let's regroup. And then let's go back. Y'all sending grown men who ain't trying to go back and fix nothing. That's the problem. The problem is less it is. That's the reason the condition is there. But the reason the condition continues to get worse is because the men are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not. That's the truth of it. Okay. And we're not going to sugarcoat that. Let's continue.
And they were the only ones that were successful at it. And the Western world has been making them pay the price for that ever since. I don't know what some of y'all niggas think y'all gonna gain with this isolationist ass mentality. Y'all have become nothing more than O-phase with black skin. Y'all have become masters magnum opus. Saying shit like, go back to your country. Mirroring the same behavior of people that will hang you on trees, and you see no problem with that.
No, and I don't like that either. I don't like the whole, if we tell somebody to go back to their country, that's the same as being a Klan member. I don't like that. And stop doing that. That is so damn disingenuous. That's disingenuous, because if we went to y'all country and we overstayed our time being there, we would be deported. We couldn't say, as we're getting deported from Haiti, Jamaica, any place in the Caribbean, any place in Africa, that, oh, y'all acting like the Klan. How dare you guys kick me out of your country? That's like what the Klan would do. No, You are on another person's soil. You are on another person's, you are in another person's nation. There were rules, whether the rules were temporary for you to be here or whatever the case is. You can't say, okay, I agree that I'm only here for a week, and then you want to stay 2 weeks and then be all like, damn, you acting like the Klan. Stop. That's cowardly. And that's why nobody's buying that either. Nobody's buying that. Stop doing that. Okay? Because we're not out here harming you guys. The Klan was actively organizing to harm Black people. We are not, as foundational Black Americans, organizing anything whatsoever to harm nobody who's Haitian, Jamaican, anybody from the Caribbean, anybody from Africa, anybody non-FBA even. We not organizing no hate group and no harm to nobody. You don't see nobody coming together with no damn horses and the hoods and sitting up there and burning crosses on nobody. We not doing nothing of the sort. Nothing like that. So how dare you fix your lips to say that what we're doing by saying go back home and fix it is comparable to the KKK? How dare you? Okay? This is why nobody's buying this cowardice stuff.
Y'all have lost your fucking mind, and y'all are delusional to think that people that are, 13% of the U.S. population, which amounts to 30 or 40 million people, can just take on the entire world and win without any help from anybody else. It don't make no fucking sense. A lot of y'all need to lock in and peep the bigger picture. I don't know if...
Okay. We got to lock in, and we are 13% of the population. How do we think we're going to do this without any help? This is something, and y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button. We're up late at night, but I mean, we tend to go late, but we're up late and we getting it. We getting it. Here's the thing. What help were we getting? Honestly, what help were we getting? Were we getting this help? Let's tell the truth. We got to tell the truth now. Y'all, what help can we expect for a grown man to say he's too scared to fix his homeland? We're not receiving the bravest. We're not receiving the smartest. We're not receiving that. We're receiving people who don't want to rock the boat. They admit it. They on camera talking about, please don't send me back. I don't want to rock the boat. We getting people who don't want to rock the boat. What help could we receive from them? Because we have the same skin color, that doesn't mean that they're helping. They're coming over here saying that they don't want trouble. Okay, so if that's the case, then they're just a body. They're not helping. Okay? They're not aiding the cause because they admit that they don't want to rock the boat. So if y'all don't want to rock the boat, you ain't helping nothing then. All right? So we got that, and then now we have people sitting up there trying to make this argument that because we're putting our lineage and everything like that first or whatever, so now we got people trying to make some type of weird argument that America wouldn't be America without Haiti. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Have you guys been seeing that? People are making this weird argument that America needed Haiti, all right? And they've been doing this for a couple years now. Listen to this.
Americans, we absolutely...
Now, remember her. She was the one sitting up there saying that FBA were immigrants. I played that on my live the other day. But now look at what she's saying.
Black Americans, we absolutely would not be free without Haiti. Haiti was the first free nation. We cannot, out of anybody... We should be there for Haitians as Black Americans, because if it wasn't for them, that created a ripple effect in terms of revolts for slaves. This is why Black History matters. Shout out to my Black Studies degree. A lot of y'all can't relate. Unfortunately, genuinely, a lot of y'all do not have a grounded history in Black history, and I feel bad for you, because how could you disrespect Haiti? How can you disrespect Haiti as a Black American? Haiti is who we look up to. But also, Black people were slaves all through the Caribbean, all through Europe, and Africa. As Black Americans, we...
Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay. All right. She's not the only one. It's a lot of them coming out and starting to say this is history revisionist, y'all. It's a lot of them coming out and saying this. All right. Look at this lady.
There's no United States without Haiti. And there is no United States without Haiti. And if you can bring me the proof to dismantle what I am going to say, let's do it. Haiti, at the end of the day, is the one country outside of them fighting for their independence and winning. America still knew how powerful Haiti and its people were. And if they did not know, they would not have asked Haiti to come and fight for the land that made America the land it is, okay?
This is why you got to know history, y'all. And we got to break this down because this is a longer one. We got to break this down because this is a longer one, right? This is why you got to know history. Because America didn't ask Haiti to fight. America did not ask that. What they're getting is this. Let's break this down. I got to take this off because we got to talk about something. We got to break this down. I'm starting to see a lot. I want you to see this, okay? This is something I'm starting to see where people are making the argument that, again, like Haiti needed America. Okay, look at this. How Haitians forebears helped America get its independence. And I'm sitting up there thinking like, okay, where is this? This was not a thing some years ago, and it's a big thing now where everybody's saying it's really Haitians who did it. Okay. So they break down a couple of things. So we're going to get to some of the points. It says strategic military assistance. French military aid was crucial in several decisive battles of the American Revolution, and Saint Domingue played a vital role in the aspect. Okay, so they're talking about how French paid. All right, okay, the colony served as a strategic military base for French Caribbean and Atlantic operations. French forces stationed in Saint Domingue was mobilized to participate in key naval battles and all of that stuff. So they're talking about this. I want you guys to understand this was still when Haiti wasn't even Haiti. Haiti was Saint Domingue. Haiti was ran by the French. This was before Haiti was independent. Haiti didn't even exist at this point. Okay. They're talking about that. They're talking about financial support. And look, they're talking about Saint Domingue. This is not Haiti. They got Haiti in the title, but they're talking about before Haiti was Haiti. This is when the French ran it. This is not the same country. This is not under the same government. This is not the same country. They're sitting up there making it seem like this is, oh yeah, look at what Haiti did. Y'all didn't do that because Haiti didn't exist until 1804. America was fighting the revolution in the 1700s. How did we get freed by y'all when y'all didn't exist until about 20 years later? Y'all didn't exist until about 20 years later, and we sitting up there got to give y'all credit. No, this is when the French ran it. Now, a lot of people talk about the Battle of Savannah. One of the most direct contributions from Saint Domingue, they're saying not Haiti, this is Saint Domingue, okay, came during the Siege of Savannah, okay? Now it's saying that 500, which is a battalion, a decent-sized battalion known as the conquistadors, okay, they volunteered and they fought along the French troops or whatever the case is. These soldiers, many of whom were free men of color, displayed. So all of them weren't slaves or whatever the case is. They didn't escape to America, but this is when French still ran that, okay? Displayed exceptional bravery and combat skills. Although the battle, listen to this, although the battle ultimately ended in a British victory, the involvement of Haitian troops, even though they're Saint Domingue, but the involvement of Haitian troops showcased their commitment and solidarity with the American revolutionary cause. Brothers and sisters, y'all, I'm not trying to disrespect what they have done and what they have sacrificed. even in the battle, the siege of Savannah. I want to give them their credit and their flowers, but they're sitting up there bringing that up like they lost. They lost that fight. They lost. They weren't first off ran by the Haitian government. They were ran by the French government, and they lost. And they sitting up there now. They're sitting up there trying to act like we as FBA wouldn't be free without them, and they can't make that make sense because it doesn't. Now let's go back to what she's saying. I mean, they're trying to tell this. They're trying to revise history, and it's just not working out for them. Where was it? It was right here.
Because guess what? Haitians were able to fight the French. And Haiti was like, well, if they know how to fight the French, let's bring them in and help them and let them help us get this land.
And I showed you guys the date. America was fighting America was fighting against the British government. Okay, America was fighting them in the 1770s. Okay, America was fighting around 1774, I think it started, and then up to 1776. All right, Haiti didn't become Haiti until 1804. 1804. So yeah, that's really actually 1770. Yeah, that's about a good 30-something years before. It was still ran by the French government. They didn't send for Haiti because Haiti was against revolution. Against the colonization. So she's telling the story backwards to make a narrative that Haitians freed America.
Okay, I will put the land down here. Okay. Just so you know, outside of that, okay? Then we helped them fight for the land. New Orleans was built by Haitians. Chicago was founded by Haitians, okay? If it wasn't for Chicago, go look at the history of Chicago and the manufacturing that was in Chicago, okay? Then America, U.S., came to Haiti and stole our money, then act as if they were helping Haitians, right? And occupied us.
Okay, slow it down. Let's slow it down. Haitians built New Orleans. Don't explain that. Just kind of skip over that. Just you sped past that at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Just not gonna give no explanation, not gonna give no history lesson. Okay. They say that the person who discovered Chicago was Haitian or whatever, even though the history behind where he was born is kind of vague. Now, I did a live stream about this. The woman who said that she knew him and he was born in Haiti. A lot of people don't know where he was born, that he was just a traveler or whatever the case is. He had family in Louisiana. Now, okay, I'm not saying he's not Haitian or not, but the jury is actually still out. People say he's Haitian just off rip because his last name was French, but that might not be the case. But if he was half Haitian, okay. There were still people living there before that. All right. So she's trying to tell this revisionist history or whatever the case is, and it's just not working. You guys are trying to make yourselves more critical to American history than actually is the case. And we're seeing that. And what we're seeing with that is that, okay, we're not respecting that. All right. We're not respecting, because what you're doing is you're stripping away what we've done so you can put yourselves in that position. And we can't respect that either. Now we understand that y'all going through colonization or whatever the case is. So that's not wrong, but y'all not doing nothing about it.
Our laws to where we as Haitian Americans that could go back to Haiti and fix Haiti, we're not allowed to. We're not, even though in the Constitution it says if you have 2 Haitian born parents, you are considered Haitian. I am considered Haitian, correct? But can I go to Haiti and run for president? No. If you can tell me why, eye-opening light bulb, right? Then.
Okay, and about that, yeah, y'all do got some jacked up laws, y'all do, but y'all have to change that. Y'all have to change those laws the way we've changed our laws. Do you guys understand that there were places in America that if you went to as a Negro, you would be sent to jail, if not lynched? There were grocery stores that if you walked in, you could go to jail. Now, y'all don't experience that because we changed that. Okay, there were parts in town, they're still sundown towns, but there were parts in towns legally that if you step foot in that part of town, they could assassinate you, they could lynch you publicly. We had to change that. There were jobs that said, hey, Negroes can't get this job, I don't care how qualified you are. We had to change that. Schools that said Negroes can't come here, we had to change that. So yeah, y'all got a lot of jacked up laws, but y'all have to change that. Y'all can't say, oh man, I mean, that's what it's a corrupt government. Who you preaching to the choir here about some corrupt government? We know all about that way too well, but y'all have to change that. Y'all can't flee and expect it to just die over time, because that's not gonna work.
You come to Haiti, try to take over our land, bot labadi, start these gangs. Haiti ain't got no money, from what we can see, to have weapons in Haiti. We don't have no guns. So if anyone is allowed to stay here in America as immigrants, it's Haiti. America owes so much to Haiti. France owes so much to Haiti. But instead of looking at us and uplifting us as a people, as a nation, all the bad connotations are related to us. Oh, we do voodoo. Oh, we do this. Oh, we do that. But it's not true. There's not one Haitian in America that has come here that has not been successful. There's
Huh? No, come on now. No, don't do that. Don't do that. And see, this is what they do. They'll be all like, man, we coming in here and we everybody over here is being great, doing successful. Okay. And then when we be all like, hey, ain't that bank robber Haitian? They be like, why you gotta bring that up? You ain't even gotta go there with it. No, we ain't gonna do that now. Cause y'all will sit up there and be all like, man, we doing better than everybody. And then the second we point out, okay, well, the person who did this scam is non-FBA, y'all gonna be like, what does it matter if he's non-FBA? You gotta be so divisive. No, because y'all come over here and y'all hold y'all W's high and proud, and y'all will sit up there and highlight all of the good stuff, and then when it comes to the bad stuff, y'all want to ignore that. No. There's not a single Haitian who comes over here and doesn't do successful. Really? We got Haitian gangs in America. Really? You really want to do that? You really want to go there? Okay, I don't think you do.
Haitian remnants throughout the whole entire United States to this day. Fashion designers, music producers. What's her name that's in the house right now? That was under Biden. Haitian are everywhere in the American society, but they don't want to recognize us. Even though Haiti is the way it is right now, I guarantee you it wasn't by mistake. It was by design. So give us our flowers when our flowers are due. I will never be ashamed to be Haitian. Ever, ever, ever in my life. I make sure my son knows his history and who his people are, who we are. So when you guys come here and say, oh, they need to go back and make Haiti better, please tell me how. The first thing we need to change is our education. Where is the money for the schools? Where did all the money from...
No. Where's the money for the schools? You just said that y'all was coming over here doing great. Where's the money? Ma'am, you just said that y'all got it popping. Hold on, did I miss something, or is this not the same exact conversation? Is this not the same exact video? Didn't you just say, hey, we coming over here and every single one of us is doing well? Oh, how do you fix Haiti? Where's the money coming from? I thought y'all was doing well. Excuse me. No, you can't have it both ways now. Come on. You can't have it both ways. I'm not understanding this. Y'all doing great, but y'all don't got no money? Well, what's your definition of great then? I'm a little confused. Y'all doing so great here, but y'all not doing great enough to go back. Okay, I think that's how that works. I don't know. Can somebody explain that to me? She said, "Where's the money?" I thought y'all was popping. You said y'all got it. Y'all got it like that. Y'all got it like that, but y'all don't get it like that. Y'all got it like that, but when the bill comes due, you don't get nothing. That's how it works. Okay, so you flexing for the it's like flexing for the gram, but your rent is late. Okay, you holding up the money phone or whatever the case is. You doing the whole money arm thing. You know what I'm saying? But all your bills is past due. And that's the vibe I'm getting. Okay, you talk about you doing great, but you ain't doing that great. Okay, all right.
Quick, go. Why are people in Haitian? They don't want to help. They keep on destroying, but they want to blame us for not being able to lift our foot up by the bootstrap, as they say. There's no way. So please tell me what we can do moving forward. I understand there is reasoning for us to be able to lift ourselves up, but with everything going against us, it's going to be hard.
Okay, yeah, with that type of glass half empty, defeated mentality, you not getting nothing done. You're not going to get anything done, man, because the way you're talking, you're making it seem like y'all doing great. One of the things that they do, and this is real talk. This is real talk. Follow me, y'all. Follow me. Lock in with me real quick. If you know about rehab, when people have drug addictions, alcohol addictions, any type of addiction, and they go to rehab, right? The first thing, because they do it in stages, okay? There's stages for you to go through in rehab. The first stage is for you to recognize that you have a problem. That's the first stage of rehab, okay? Because most people who have addictions, whether that's a drug addiction, alcohol addiction, any addiction, because there's a lot of different addictions, right? Any addiction is they deny the fact that they have a problem. They deny the fact that they have an addiction. And you can't get that fixed. So when you go to rehab, they tell you, okay, I need you to fully understand that you have an addiction. You have a problem that needs to be solved, and you need to say, I want to solve this problem. You can't say I have a problem Monday and then I don't have a problem Tuesday and then you going back to your normal ways Wednesday. No, you need to 100% acknowledge that this is a problem. You can't go back to belittling the fact that this is a problem. If y'all coming over here thinking that you're doing great, thinking that you don't need to go back, thinking that it can't be done, then you're not recognizing the problem. You're not. And you're not going to fix anything. You won't. You won't fix anything that way. All right? Do you understand what I'm saying? If y'all going to sit up here and act like y'all doing great, what are you going to fix? And then you trying to tell this revisionist history so you can cope, because this is coping. This is coping. It's sad. It's coping. So you can cope better with the fact that you're not fixing Haiti. And that's not solving anything. That's like somebody who has an alcohol addiction or whatever the case is, and they say, oh, I'm just doing this to de-stress. I got a stressful job. No, you're making an excuse for yourself. You're giving some type of justification and rationale to make an excuse as to why this addiction or to why this substance is necessary. I'm only doing this because, it helps me wind down and it helps me ease because I'm very stressed. You know what I'm saying? And you're using these justifications to fuel your addiction, to fuel your problem. With the woman over there, or the woman in the video, you're using the justification of, okay, well, Haiti can't be fixed and America owes us anyway, so we should stay here. You're using that justification to fuel and reinforce the reasons why you're fleeing. That's the truth. That's the truth. And with that, nothing is ever going to get done. Nothing is ever going to get fixed. You're never going to solve the problem. The gangs aren't going to disappear unless they're made to. And they're not going to be made to if you guys are arguing for your right not to make them. And one of the things that we have a big issue with that is that you guys come over here, and by you guys claiming that you Haitians freed us, it strips away from what we've done and what our people have done. Okay, by you guys saying that Haitians are the reason America is free, it takes away from our FBA soldiers. It takes away from our men and our women. It strips that glory and victory away from them and misplaces it to you guys. Okay, so you guys are trying to walk around or excuse stolen valor. And that's disrespectful to me and my culture. This is another reason. This is a reason why we got tether fatigue, because we cannot allow you guys to strip away the glory and the sacrifice of FBA soldiers to give it to you guys so you guys can have some type of rationale, or you guys can cope better with fleeing. We can't allow that to happen. We won't allow that to happen. I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm not allowing that to happen. Like this clip right now.
I'm sorry, I can't do Americans. I need somebody with.
Hold on. This clip right here. Ooh. A lot bigger. Hold on. Like this. All right.
I'm sorry. I can't do Americans. I need somebody with culture. I'm sorry.
Black Americans got culture. Americans got culture.
Keep rolling. I need somebody with culture.
Americans don't have culture.
I got culture.
We got the culture. We are the culture.
Who the culture?
We are the culture. Globally, they know about Black Americans.
No, hold on. We not
globally, they know about Black Americans.
But you gotta remember 1804, baby. I'm the one that won my
American. We're not gonna use the word American.
Yeah, Black Americans.
I ain't gonna hold
you. We are the culture. 1804, I'm the reason why you have your independence.
That's the part I hate.
And nobody can explain. I got the shout out to Tariq. He did a documentary on 1804. I got the damn DVD. I have the DVD of 1804. I have nothing but they had children fighting against grown men. You have children fighting against grown men in 1804. There's nothing but honor in that. There's nothing but respect in that. But you guys are you're reaching, dislocating your arm, reaching to try to make it seem like that has anything at all to do with America. That ain't got nothing to do with America at all. Somebody asking with the broadcast, this is called the Daily Wrap-Up Crew. Okay? You have nothing to do whatsoever with America, and that's not disrespectful, because I can respect what you did there, but you're trying to sit up there and take some claim to our victory here, and it just doesn't add up, because it has nothing to do with that.
Haitians was the first free independent country, first black free independent.
That ain't got nothing to do with. That don't got nothing to do with America.
That's nice. I'm just letting you know the reason why y'all have y'all independence.
Y'all coming over here because of us, because of the hard work that Black Americans do.
You know Haiti is like in debt for 1 trillion years because
you know why? Because the French owe us how much?
So y'all got your independence for what?
What?
Wait, when you say Haiti's the reason America?
What one thing I want to say is that this is what I'm talking about when it comes to folks checking other folks, because the guy in the blue, the guy in the yellow, I mean, he's not FBA. The guy in the yellow, believe it or not, he's actually Trinidadian. And then there's a light-skinned brother who's Jamaican. Now you see the guy right here sitting on the couch. He's FBA, but he's with this other Trinidadian person and a Jamaican person, and they're checking the Haitian people. See, that we don't ask for much now. We don't ask for much. But they sit up there like, hey, man, don't be doing that, because what you guys are doing, and this is why it's important for you guys to do that, what y'all doing is y'all messing up the bag for everybody. Okay? So Jamaicans, when y'all see Haitians saying something disrespectful, y'all need to be on that. Trinidadians, if y'all see somebody who's Haitian or wherever from the Caribbean, y'all need to be the first ones on that, because what happens is when we shoot, it's just gonna be full blast. Okay, we shoot, metaphorically speaking, with rocket launchers. Everybody gonna get something. Everybody gonna get hurt in some way. When we shoot, it's just up for everybody. So y'all need to be the first ones putting them on blast. So the Trinidadian man in the yellow, and then you had the light skin. You don't see him yet, but you have the light skinned man who's Jamaican. They're sitting up there going at the Haitians. That's what y'all need to be doing, because y'all don't want us to do it. Don't call it, because then y'all feel some type of way. If y'all would have, if this was a common practice, we wouldn't be having this problem. If this was a common practice of y'all checking each other, and this isn't just going for the Caribbean, this also goes for the continent of Africa. If this was a common practice of y'all checking them, if y'all checking ACON and y'all checking all of these other tethers, if that was a common practice, we wouldn't have to do it, because we could just focus on what we got to focus on. But y'all, so we got to stop focusing on what we got to focus on to address y'all, because y'all ain't doing it. Do you understand? Now look, I want y'all to finish. I want us to finish this video. Look at this. So she says it. We'll take it back a couple minutes.
Haiti is like in debt for 1 trillion years because
you know why? Because the French owe us how much?
So y'all got independence for what?
What?
Wait, when you say Haiti's the reason Americans got their independence, what do you mean by that?
Kylie gonna cook me for that.
What do you mean by that?
Y'all gotta cut that out. We won.
African Americans are free?
I'm not saying that we set the revolution. The reason we were the first independent free country.
Ain't nobody give a fuck about y'all, bro.
No, you guys actually were not. Haitians are not the first independent free country. No. Now, if you want to say it's the first black country that's independent, okay, but you're the first independent country? That's actually not true.
Pointing. Look at him pointing. Are you crazy?
No, but by paying Britain, what?
I'm talking about we set the thing. We the one that set it. 1804, we was the first free independent Caribbean country.
I'm not gonna go in depth with
Are
that.
You crazy?
But what that got to do with America?
African Americans.
We said it, and then y'all followed.
Y'all said it for yourselves, not for
we
no
said it, and then y'all followed.
And we set the stage for y'all immigrants to come over here and profit off of America.
You're saying that, and you're mad that we came to. Oh,
no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm telling you what black culture provided for you and your family.
How that provide for me and my family?
Because we said this.
Now, do you understand? This is the behavior, and I gotta pause it. Okay, she's not explaining. We set the trend. We set the trend. You set the trend of what? What trend did you set? Do you honestly believe that y'all were the first revolution? Do y'all think 1804 was the first revolution, and then we looked at that like, oh, damn, that's cool. Let's do that. Do y'all think that was the first revolution against white supremacists? Do you honestly believe that? You don't know history. And with this disrespect and this entitlement that you guys have, acting as if we owe you something, this is the type of dishonorable behavior that exists within the community. Is why you guys can't go back and fix anything. Because in order for you guys to fix something, y'all need to have a code of conduct. Y'all need to have a code of honor. And y'all don't have that because you guys are trying to tether onto other people's history, which is dishonorable. That's dishonorable. You lying about history. That's not honorable. And you don't even believe it because you can't even add it up. You can't add that up, but it's acting like we owe you something. That's not honorable. Okay? It's not. What do we owe you? We owe you what? Y'all quote unquote set the trend of what? And she can't even explain it because she knows it's not true. Let's go back. Let's continue.
Standard. Came here. Reset the standard.
Who came here? I didn't come here.
You here right now?
My family came here.
And you're here now.
And they made their money and they went right back to Haiti.
Now listen to this. They made their money. My parents came here. They made their money and went right back to Haiti.
So what's up?
So why you ain't go right back to Haiti?
Because why would I come back to Haiti? I'm Gucci where I'm at.
Where your parents live?
They're here.
What?
And they doing the float.
How's that going right back to Haiti? That ain't going right back to Haiti.
On Labor Day? It ain't been on Labor Day in like 2 years.
There's a Labor.
And look, come on, y'all. And they keep saying this. Oh yeah, we just doing this to go back. And this is why I was showing you guys the news clip from before. None of them have any intention on going back. None of them have the intent. I could give an exception. I'm not unreasonable. We're not unreasonable. Foundation Black Americans are very reasonable. We are very reasonable. It would be one thing if you said, hey, we're just trying to regroup, we can reorganize, and then we can go back and we can clean it up. We're not unreasonable people as FBA. But y'all coming over here talking about, I think I'm just going to stay. That's what y'all be on. So y'all don't call us unreasonable. Y'all sitting up there, y'all don't plan on going back. Y'all don't. And the second somebody say something about y'all going back, y'all want to fight against that and ask us for help. No. Oh yeah, my parents, they got their money and left. Where are they? Oh, well, right now they're in Atlanta. They left and came right back. What are you talking about? All of that, yeah, we just coming for a little bit, but we're just gonna wind up staying here for the rest of our life. That's what they be on.
Labor Day flow coming up. My dad is a sound engineer, ET Sound. Make sure you go book him. Thank you.
Oh, so Labor Day back this year?
Yeah, Labor Day is back this year.
Oh, you on the Parkway? Yeah.
You on the Parkway. Make sure you look out for Tony Mix. Thank you. That's my dad's flow.
And realistically, Caribbean people.
Now, notice when she's saying I'm Gucci, when people say things like I'm good, I'm Gucci, I'm cool, I'm aight, all of that is Black American talk. All of that is FBA slang. Some people call it slang, ebonics, AAVE, whatever you call it. That comes from our culture. Oh, I'm straight, I'm Gucci, I'm cool. All of that stuff is our culture. You using our verbiage, our language. Okay? That's how we talk, and you talking like us. Talking how we owe you something. Yeah, when we say straight up, what's up? All of that stuff. The whole English language damn near has been remade into our language. Everybody who shortens a word, abbreviates a word, uses a word for another word, that's all of our stuff. We the ones made that.
Gotta stop.
Wait. One more question. So you saying that F? All right. So you saying that Haiti never got the
Jamaican brother I was talking about.
Independence that America wouldn't have? That's what you saying?
I never said that.
Oh, so why you even bringing it up?
We set the trend. We are the trendsetters.
That's a reach.
We are trendsetters. That's how I feel.
We probably didn't even know in Haiti that y'all was independent. Like.
But Wolf had a question. Go ahead, bro.
Quick question though. Everything about the way you look aesthetically, based off of just looking at you, is American. It has nothing to do with your culture.
Yeah, you don't look Haitian.
What are you talking about? What the fuck does a Haitian look like?
You don't look.
No. What does a Haitian look like?
Listen to what he asked.
What does a Haitian look like? Because I can put on a Haitian outfit right now. What are you talking about?
In Haiti, they don't got wigs, makeup, and all that shit, bro.
Who don't got wigs? Are y'all crazy? When's the last time you been to Haiti or you went to DR to go fuck a prostitute for $6? Like, don't play with me.
No. Now, and here's the thing. Anytime we say y'all acting and y'all emulating our culture, they be sitting up there acting clueless. They act like they don't know what we be talking about. They be all, oh, what's a Haitian look like? We see pictures. We're in 2025. Now, I don't think this was shot in 2025. This probably was shot a couple years ago, maybe. But we're in 2025. We can see what Haitians dress. We can see what they dress like when they come into America. All of that, the loop earrings and the fingernails and all the having the fingernails with the eyelashes and having the bust downs and stuff like that. That's FBA women who dress like that. You dressing like an FBA woman. You saying, nah, we cool, we Gucci, we straight. Haitians didn't make that up. We made that up. People, yeah, straight up. All of this stuff, we made that up. You coming in here and you sit up there, you conform to how we operate, which is going to be natural because we are the culture. Like the brother said, we are the culture. So everybody is just going to grow up instinctively saying what we say. Like you probably, is everybody in the chat room, over 1,000 people, you probably don't think when you say like, you know, I'm okay. You're probably not thinking like, okay, I'm going to make sure I use that word. It's an instinct. Our language, our verbiage, our accents. That's like saying if I grow up, I have a Chicago accent. My accent is not something I put on. It's just how I talk. That's how my parents talk. It's how everybody in my family talk. It's how we talk. Okay. You go back to Texas. Texas got their own accent. They don't try to put their accent on. It's just how they grew up, how they talk, how they people talk. Okay. You go to New York. New York got its own accent. They don't try to put that on. It's just how they talk. It's how they be. That's because that's the culture they grew up in. Okay. Now, the thing is that you're going to assimilate to FBA culture because if you're born and raised in America, it's the culture you grew up in. But your issue is that you don't want to acknowledge that this is FBA culture. I don't have a problem acknowledging that the accent I'm speaking in is a Chicago accent. If I go to Atlanta or whatever the case is, they ask where your accent's from. I'm not going to say I don't have one. I'm going to acknowledge, oh, yeah, this is Chicago accent. You probably tell. If I go to New York, they gonna know I'm not from New York because I don't sound like I'm from New York. If a New Yorker comes to Chicago, we gonna know he ain't from Chicago or she ain't from Chicago because you don't sound like that. You coming over here, we know that you are emulating our culture, but your problem is you don't want to give it any recognition. You're going to have the loop earrings. You're going to have the fingernails. You're going to wear the fashion. You're going to have the bust downs. You're going to have the eyelashes. You're going to talk in our slang and then act like that you didn't get it from us. That's our problem. We understand. Everybody want to be like us. We get that. I get it. I get it. If I wasn't me, I would want to be me too. I get that. I get you can't help it like I can't help my accent. I get you can't help that. My problem is you don't want to give credit. That's my issue. And that's all of our issues. Okay. You coming over here talking about what culture we taking from y'all and y'all dressing like us. Like that other woman who is Cleo Trapper talking about how Southern FBA women can't dress as she dressing like a New York FBA woman. Okay. Y'all coming over here trying to be like us, trying to do what we do, trying to walk in our shoes, talking about that these ain't our footsteps. That's our problem. You walking in our footsteps, acting like they're your own footsteps. That's our issue. That's my issue. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because then the second we say, okay, well, that's not how you act in Haiti. That's not how Haitians act. Y'all be acting all upset. Y'all be acting like, what are Haitians dressed like? What do Haitians talk like? Do you really want to go there? Do you really want to do that? Do you? I bet you don't, because your feelings gonna get hurt now. I bet you don't. Y'all coming over here with chains and everything like that. Okay? We don't, y'all cosplaying so much we can't even tell you Haitian until we ask. Okay? And then y'all don't want to admit, I did get this from y'all. I did get that. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I love the culture. Okay. Tell the truth. But this lying culture, the lying culture is why y'all can't fix anything. Because you guys lie to yourselves. You lie to other people. So y'all can't trust nobody. Y'all don't have no loyalty. Y'all don't have no camaraderie with each other. So yeah, y'all not trying to go back and fix no your homeland because y'all lying. Y'all liars. Y'all don't have no honor. Y'all don't have no respect. That's the problem. Now, when he says the whole thing about you dress like FBA sister, look what she got to say.
Don't play with me.
They ain't got wigs and makeup and eyelashes in no
yes,
fucking
they do.
Haiti.
I don't know what y'all think Haiti is like rocks and crumbles. We are modernized. I don't know what y'all think is going on in Haiti.
We not saying y'all not. We're not saying y'all not.
What do you think that's influenced by?
Influenced by
America.
That's nice.
America started the wigs and the makeup and the nails and all that.
I'm talking about Haitians set the revolution.
But we talking about.
I don't give a fuck where the wigs came from.
You just said that Americans don't have culture, but your country is influenced by American culture.
No, you rep American culture. You are American.
Okay,
a Haitian right now in Haiti will look at you and be like, "You're Americanized."
Yeah. Okay, and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you admit it. Okay, and so you admit it. So you admit you're not sitting up there dripping in Haitian culture. The jewelry, the aesthetics, all of that stuff, the accessories, the earrings, all of that stuff, even the makeup style that FBA sisters do is not the same style. There's different style. The style of makeup ain't even the same. So yeah, come on, yeah, you would be American. They would look at you and be like, you're not dressing like no Haitian. Come on. And you know that. So she's lying.
So you're basing it off culture that you said they don't have.
What do you have to offer? I'm just listening. What's your nationality?
I'm majored in Trinity.
Okay.
I was born here. I'm African American.
You give me toxic.
Wow.
Anyways.
Yo, she got a stereotype. She got something for everybody. Everybody get it. Like, he's Jamaican.
Why?
He Jamaican. What you gonna say?
and that he's Jamaican. But the thing is that you're a Trini American. Don't say African, even though you can. But the problem is that we have an issue because you need to specify that you're Haitian, you're Trinidadian, okay? And see, this is why this is why we're saying FBA. This is why you don't be seeing me use the word African American. This is why you see me saying FBA, Black American, maybe freedman, whatever the case may be. But this is why, okay? Y'all also trying to tell stories about how quote unquote privileged we are. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. And all of this stuff is tether fatigue.
Came from Haiti under threat of violence and poverty into America.
Good morning. It's 9:45 in Los Angeles, and I woke up Black American again, so that means I must stay on your necks. You guys go watch that creator's video. He has a couple videos. He is a Haitian American and a Black American, and he says in this video that he's talking about the temporary protected status that the Haitians are no longer getting, right? And he proceeds to say that Haiti is impoverished and violent, right? And Haitians want to go back when it's safe for them to go back. And some of them just want to stay here. Question. Do Black Americans not have to deal with poverty and violence and oppression? But you see how we don't leave our country? You know what I'm saying? We stand and we fight. Y'all immigrant hustle is not admirable. It's really cowardice. It's actually a trauma response, right? It's a flight trauma response, okay? You guys are living in a trauma.
All right, so.
Hey, y'all, let's get these likes up, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Everybody, let's hit that like button. I agree with what the sister said. I agree. And that's what I said earlier. We can't get behind that. Especially for not no grown men. We can't get behind that for no grown. If you want to send babies and you want to send the women, like if there was really a situation and you send in children and you send in the women, or we can sit up there and understand that part, but you sending grown men talking about, man, I ain't trying to go back. That's cowardly. Women don't respect that and men don't respect that. That's not something the kids can look up to. Nobody can get behind that.
So one, thank you for your video. I think it's great that we can all have these conversations because problems only get solved when we actually talk to each other. So thank you for your video. But to answer your question, no, you don't get cool points for deciding to stay in the most powerful nation in the world. Like the United States is the greatest economy, the most robust nation to ever exist on the face of the planet. You don't get credit for choosing to stay there. This lifetime and every lifetime, I would choose to be born American because I am a 25-year-old Black man who gets to travel the world. I'm in Africa right now. I'm in Morocco. I travel the world most of the year. I've been out of the country since February. And I get to travel the world with a business that I own, with the love of my life, because I'm an American. The business that I own can only be run in America. So, like, you don't get credit for being like, yeah, we stuck it and we fought it out, and we also live in the greatest country in the world. Yeah, like I said, I'm in Morocco right now. The poorest person in America, the most oppressed person in America lives better than the most oppressed person anywhere else in the world. They would die to be in America. And again, America is the greatest country in the world, but you don't get credit for staying in the country who historically has a track record of oppressing other countries and interfering in other countries like Haiti in order to achieve that greatness.
Okay, first off, yes, we do. Yes, we do. I got to take this all the way off the screen. I got to take it all the way off to express that. This is the type of behavior that is keeping y'all in this position y'all in, okay? Because y'all looking at us like we got some type of privilege. Oh, I mean, y'all in the best country ever. How did it get that way? It didn't get that way because of y'all. Because for the majority of this country, they openly told niggas, y'all couldn't go here. Y'all couldn't be here. And if y'all come here, you're getting arrested or killed. Okay? And we had to fight to change that. Okay? Nothing, and you saying this like something was given to us, like we got some type of privilege. No, we earned every single thing. Every single thing that we have is something that we earned. You don't say that, yeah, we don't get no cool points. Yes, we get. Yes, we do. We get all of all of that. We get all of that. First off, America wouldn't be America until we built it. You're making it seem like we some privileged people. Yeah, America is the best nation in the world. Well, that's because we built it. The wealth, the White House, the government, the railroads, the buildings, the schools, the everything. We built everything, and we are continuing to build that. The fact that anybody in the world has a damn light bulb is because of us. The fact that anybody in the world has a doorknob is because of us. The fact that anybody in the world has a street light is because of us. Do I need to go on? Do I need to go on? We built everything. So yeah, we get all of the cool points for it. Do you understand? And when you say stuff like that, it takes away from the fight that we actually had to fight. We had bombs from the government dropped on America, on us, dropped in America on us. We had bombs dropped on us multiple times. Whole neighborhoods flooded, whole towns flooded. Whole property taken away, people getting lynched, children getting lynched. The youngest person to ever be executed in this country was a little black boy. And we had to fight all the way up until now. So yeah, we do get all of the damn cool. Oh, y'all don't get no, y'all in the richest country ever. Yeah, because we got gall, we got the spine to fix it that y'all don't. That's the problem. Y'all could have a great country, but y'all are spineless. That's your issue. And y'all making it seem like we didn't earn everything we get. Can somebody, if your boss gives you a paycheck, does your boss have the right to act like that's a privilege that your boss is giving you a paycheck? Does your boss have the right to act like your paycheck is a privilege? No. Does your boss have the right to act like your paycheck is a handout? No. Because I wake up, I go to work, I work whatever task I'm supposed to do. I do that task. This is money I earned. It's not no handout. It's not no privilege. You don't get the right to tell me my handwriting is a privilege or my check is a privilege. It's not. It's earned. I earned this money. We earned this position that we have, and we're still earning a better position. It's not something like, hey, let's help the Negroes. See, with that type of disposition, it's the disposition you guys have because you guys don't want to acknowledge the fact that we are the actual warriors and fighters. And you guys need to do the same thing. You guys are trying to put everybody on this fleer boat where we're all the same. We're not all the same. We fight to make what we are better. We fight to make our positions better. Okay? We've been fighting the entire time. Y'all gave up. It's the truth. It's a sad truth, but that's the truth. Y'all quit. And y'all don't want to acknowledge that you guys live among the victors. So you guys are making it seem like we didn't win anything. No, we won. And we're still winning. We're still fighting. We're still getting our reparations. We're still fighting white supremacy. We're still doing all of that stuff. You're among victors, and it makes you insecure because when we say, hey, we don't see what you guys are doing as brave or courageous or honorable, you guys are trying to downplay our glory, downplay our victory, so we can all be peers on the same playing field. And we're not. We're not. We have a glorious history. And we never abandoned that. You guys had a glorious history, but you guys abandoned that. That's your problem. Y'all abandon your history. When you abandon your nation with the intention of never going back, you abandon that glory. You abandon that history. You abandon that culture. You guys are quitters. That's the truth. That is the truth. So you don't get the right to sit up there and downplay our glory, the glory of Dr. King and Malcolm X and Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner and Ida B. Wells and all of them, Frederick Douglass and the Black Panthers. You don't have the right to downplay us because you guys want to be on the even playing field. We're not going to let that happen at all. No. No.
You can 100% be proud of the efforts that Black Americans from the time of slavery to free Black people and the work that they put into making America great. 100%. You can be proud of that. But to justify your decision by, oh yeah, we just wanted to fight in America and our plights are the same. No, they're not. They're not the same. Black Americans are a minority in a majority white country that essentially calls the shots for the rest of the world. You don't get cool points for wanting to stay there. And by the way,
they call the shots ultimately because y'all let them. And this is something that we need to say. This is the truth that we need to say. They call the shots, and they do, and America's corrupt, and nobody's going to deny that. But they call the shots because y'all allow it. Guess where they don't call the shots? Sentinel Island. Have y'all heard about Sentinel Island? That's an island that's not corrupt. That's an island where the indigenous people who are jet black live, and they've never been colonized. They've never been corrupted. They've never been invaded or anything like that, because they would kill anybody who's from outside of that island. So they would either have to blow the island up, which there's no purpose of. Sentinel Island, they sit up there. They've never allowed nobody to come in. You've had white people as missionaries come in, and they left in body bags. All of them, 100% of them. Yeah, because it happens when you let it happen. You guys are allowing it to happen. And you're trying to make some type of justification and rationale as to why it's okay to let that happen. And we just can't go with that. Because we had black people who are on the plantation and said, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is just how life is. And then you have black people like John Horse. You have black people like Harriet Tubman, like Nat Turner, who said, this is not the way it's supposed to be. And this is not how we going to live. We are not going to live this type of life. You had brothers and sisters freeing themselves from slavery. You had Frederick Douglass and all of them sitting up there talking about, this is not how we going to live. We are not living this life. I don't know what y'all on, but we not living this life. Okay. Harriet Tubman, she freed a lot of people. Her and a lot of other brothers and sisters freed people from the plantation. She didn't free everybody. She couldn't free everybody. But there was more than enough people who said, yeah, this is not the way things are supposed to be. We didn't accept that. And the problem that you guys are having is you guys are accepting your position, and you're trying to find some loophole as to why it's okay, and it's not. Okay? Not only do we not accept that, we don't ever allow things to just die and push it under the rug. The reason why we're at where we're at today, listen to me. Let me take this off the screen again. I got to cook. The reason why we're at where we are today is because we don't allow anything to be forgotten. Okay? Is because my parents taught about slavery. Your parents taught about slavery, and they learned it from their parents, and they learned it from their parents, and they learned it all the way up until slavery. We never forgot about that. We never forgot about the 40 acres and a mule. We never forgot about Emmett Till. We never forgot about Black Wall Street. We never forgot, and we wouldn't allow that to be forgotten. The fact that when you have your children, you're not allowing your children to forget that. You're not dismissing none of that history. We're not allowing none of that stuff. I wasn't born. Neither was my mother or father when Malcolm X was alive. Neither were they when Dr. King was alive. Okay. By the time they grew up, the Black Panther Party was all dismantled and everything like that. But they taught me about it as if they lived it. And I'm sure you guys are teaching your children about it, even though y'all weren't alive when Dr. King was alive, or Malcolm, or even the Black Panthers. But y'all teaching about it because we don't allow that to die. And by not allowing that to die, and by keeping that alive, you're keeping the revolution in the fight alive. They're not doing that. They're not. And this is what we can't respect. This is what we can't respect. We can't respect that. We can't respect it. Because you guys are making it seem as if we didn't fight to get where we are. You can't talk about, oh, well, you guys got the privilege to have a paycheck. Yeah, because I get my ass up and go to work every day to get this paycheck. Yeah, you not getting up. You on this couch all day, and you complaining, acting like my money is a privilege. No, I get my ass up and work for my money. And as long as you stay on this damn couch, you're going to be broke. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, it's been dismantled, and I feel And I understand that. We know the history of that. But how long are you as a Haitian going to allow that to happen? When are you going to say that? Because the American government has been told us no to reparations. And we said, yeah, we not accepting that. And we're going to keep bringing it up until y'all pay. We not letting that slide. All of them, they've been saying no to reparations. And we keep saying, hey, no. You don't get to say no. Yeah, we don't get to say no. All of these people, do you think Dr. King wasn't told no? You think Malcolm wasn't told no? You think the Black Panthers wasn't told no? We keep showing back up and saying you don't get to say no. No is not an answer. We're not taking no for an answer. That's the difference. When you don't take no for an answer, that's when things start to change. When you say, well, it's bad, so let's just go home and let's just make the best of it, that's when things stay the same. Because y'all take no for an answer and we don't.
Every other immigrant group who comes into the country does just as good, if not better, than Americans. You look.
Oh, I didn't even mean to pause it, but every single other immigrant group does just as good. No, they don't. If not better. Y'all need to stop telling that lie. Y'all need to stop. And see, the thing is that every time y'all do that and we point out, okay, isn't that gang full of just Black immigrants? That gang is full of just Haitians. Then y'all feel some type of way. Y'all want to big up and when y'all get a degree, when y'all go to college or whatever the case is, when y'all start a business. And then when we point out all of the gangs that y'all be in, y'all be all like, why y'all even got to go there? Why do y'all got to say that? Y'all ain't got to bring that up. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. There's a whole lot of y'all scamming, ripping people off in gangs, criminals, doing crazy stuff. So we gonna call it out because y'all ain't gonna call it out. Y'all making it seem like y'all straight. Oh, we do great. Do great home. How about that? How about that? Oh yeah, we do great. First off, no, you don't. Y'all not coming over here doing anything that's not being done by FBA. See, the thing is that y'all come over from like a destitute country, you know, where the electricity only works like 3 days out of the week, and we got electricity every single day throughout the year, and y'all making it seem like y'all flexing, and we like, no, we kind of used to electricity. We used to the refrigerator staying cold. That's not nothing new to us. That's new to y'all, and y'all thinking y'all flexing because the freezer stayed cold, because the refrigerator stayed cold. And we all like, no, we kind of used to that now. We used to the toilet flushing. We used to the sink running. And y'all thinking y'all got something going on because maybe y'all do in comparison to where y'all from, and that's y'all fault. But y'all don't get nothing going on over here. Because when we ask you guys, okay, what are y'all doing that we haven't been doing? Y'all can't say nothing. Y'all coming over here being doctors, been that. Y'all coming over here being lawyers, been that. Judges, been that. Politicians, been that. Business owners, been that. I mean, what's new? Come on now. Come on now. We been that. Y'all just catching up. Y'all actually a couple laps behind, if we're gonna be honest. You looking back and you seeing us and y'all be thinking y'all ahead. No, that's because we on our third lap and you on your second. That's why. They be all like, oh, the FBAs are behind me. Yeah, we already circled this a couple of laps. You on your first lap, and we sent up there circle this thing a couple times. What do y'all? I'm just asking. We come over here making six figures. We like, yeah, we have millionaires. Six figures is cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's great. We got millionaires though. So I mean, where are y'all millionaires? I don't know. I know, not hating, no shade, but okay, all right. Believe I guess that's coping. Oh, okay, come on now.
At Nigerians do insanely well when they come into the country. There's a young brother who's the CEO of Red Lobster who's just killing it right now. Our first Black president wasn't even Black American. He was Kenyan and white. Our first Black vice president, again, wasn't even American.
Or Black.
Her parents were Jamaican. A lot of our black members of Congress, a lot of our black business owners and business leaders, even social media stars, hip hop artists, rap artists, actors, a lot of them are not black American, or they only have one black American parent like I do and one Caribbean or one African parent. History is not as simple as you FBA extremists are trying to make it out to be. And
first off, there wouldn't be a single black politician if it wasn't for FBA. Not a single, not even black, not a single non-white politician if it wasn't for FBA. There wouldn't be a Hispanic one. It wouldn't be an Asian one. It wouldn't be none of them if it wasn't for FBA breaking those barriers, breaking that ceiling, the glass ceiling that white supremacists has put. Y'all over here starting businesses, there wouldn't be none of that if it wasn't for us. This dude talking about Red Lobster, that just happened. Y'all just did that, and y'all flexing? You flexing? Y'all just did that. And y'all thinking y'all doing better because some Nigerian, and you not even Nigerian, owns a Red Lobster? Sir, okay. All right, come on now. Because when y'all do that, that makes us got to put y'all in y'all place. That makes us have to put y'all in y'all place. There's a lot of artists, like who? Like Kodak Black or something. Ain't nobody topping our FBA artists. Nobody. Ain't nobody non-FBA, no non-FBA artist is topping our FBA artists. So don't go there. Y'all not doing nothing new. Nothing. Black people have been on businesses, been on franchises, been on these things. And y'all coming over here acting like, man, we are doing so well. No, that might be your first Jordan, your pair of Jordans, but we got a closet full of Jordans, sir. So, I mean, y'all upgrade from the sandals to the Jordans and thinking y'all got something going on. Y'all upgrade from the sandals to the Timbs and thinking y'all got something going on. No, we been had Timbs. We been had Jordans. We was the ones who really put the whole Jordan and Nike. Ain't nobody was bumping Nike till we started that. To be honest, Nike was actually going down until Black Americans put Nike back on the map. Because Adidas was whipping Nike. And the reason why Adidas was popping was because of FBA. I want y'all to understand, when it comes to people in the shoe game, nobody was caring about, especially gym shoes. Nobody was caring about gym shoes until FBA made that style pop, until we made that hot, until we made that bussin'. That nobody was caring about no gym shoes. We the ones who put Adidas on the map. We the ones who put Nike on the map. Okay? We the ones who be putting this stuff on the map. Let's give us our credit. Come on. We're not going to do that. Y'all not doing nothing new.
For the record, an argument could be made that America only exists because of Haiti. Let me explain. I'm going to put my little conspiracy hat on. So you see, America had a problem during its revolution. They didn't have any money to fund it. And so they reached out to the French and said, hey, France, can we get a loan? We want to get our revolution and our freedom and our independence. France said, yeah, sure. We're sitting on all this cash that we got from our colony over here. You see, Haiti at the time, which was called Saint-Domingue, was the richest colony in the world. You want to know how? Because the French figured out that instead of keeping slaves alive, they could just work them to death and import new ones. And it was cheaper to do it that way. At that time, the average lifespan for a slave in Haiti was 2 to 3 years. They were quite literally working these people to death. And with all the money that they got from Saint-Domingue, Haiti, they gave it to the United States, loaned it to them to fight for their independence. There were actual free Haitian soldiers. These were people that were biracial, so their fathers were white and their mothers were Haitian slaves that actually went to America and fought in the Revolutionary War. There's actually a statue dedicated to them in Savannah. So history is a little bit more complicated and involved and intertwined, again, than you extremists like to make it out to be. So what I advise everybody to do that sees this video is to read, learn history, study. It's fine if you were never taught it in school. It is not fine if you continue and choose to be ignorant even after you're an adult and we have all of the information in the world at our fingertips.
Okay. and this is the whole thing about trying to revise history. America, yeah, they needed the French to help fight the British off. Okay, they did. They needed that. That was because the French also had territory in the land that was America. So they were all working together, fighting the revolution. It wasn't America's revolution, and they asked the French because the French was also involved in the revolution. They make it seem like the French didn't have anything to do. The French also had a game to play in the revolution, and they all came together to fight the revolution. Okay? The revolution wouldn't have been won if it wasn't for FBA soldiers. They were losing the revolution. If we're going to talk about history, let's talk about the history. They were losing the revolution. Did you guys understand that? Until foundational Black American soldiers joined in the revolution and fought them off for the freedom that we were never promised, the freedom that we never got. All right? So if we're going to tell the truth, let's tell the whole truth, because y'all sitting up there trying to big up Haiti as if y'all are the factor that we are free. Y'all are the determining factor that we are free. And that's not the truth. That's not. And because we are sitting up there standing on our business and we standing on the fact that you guys are revising history, y'all getting very upset by that. And y'all sitting up there calling us extremists and getting all mad and all of that stuff. Look at this.
African American.
Because all we doing is telling the accurate history. But actually, let me get to some of the cash apps, super chats. Embrace Your Faith says, send the Haitian vids to white supremacists. They will collect them. Hey, man, it's tough. Halo says, hey, I'm at work. I'm listening. Appreciate you, Halo. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. But let's get to, actually, we have a couple of cash apps. The Trivia sends a cash app, and who else? I think it was Walter who sends another cash app. Appreciate you guys. And because we're telling the truth about his, what just happened? What just happened? Can you guys see me? Okay, I'm good. The thing just like took me out for a second. Okay, anyway, because we're telling the truth about history, we're called xenophobic, right?
I'm noticing that a lot of African Americans are becoming increasingly xenophobic, and it's really embarrassing because I know that you guys over the past decade or so have been lamenting about how you're losing cultural relevancy, how it feels like every other ethnic group is stealing from you and you feel like you're not getting the credit that you deserve for starting things and sustaining things and introducing things to the lexicon. And now, because of that, I feel like you guys are grasping for straws. It's like today somebody told me I can't talk about light-skinned girls because I'm not Black, because I wasn't born in America. That's not weird. And that's embarrassing because it's damn, you don't have nothing else? That's all you have to claim? The light-skinned rhetoric? That's embarrassing. And I think it just shows, the desperation. So, guys, I just think, overall, this is the wrong time to even be on that xenophobic stuff. I think, if anything, everyone's on the chopping block, so maybe you should band together instead of doing all that weird shit. But who am I, right? Just a girl who wasn't born in America. I'm noticing that.
Okay, let's stop that. Stop. Okay, here's the thing. The whole, I can't speak on light-skinned girl. I don't know what she was talking about. I can't speak on light skins because I'm not born in America. Our problem is the fact that nobody's grasping for straws, but we're understanding y'all problematic. You all are problematic. You guys come in with a lot of different division. You guys come in with division between Black men and women. You guys come with division, and we're starting to peep that now. We're starting to peep. Why do we keep having this gender divide between Black men and women? And then when we look at the authors of a lot of these articles that talk about toxic masculinity and how the Black man really want to be the white man and all of that stuff, when we look at the authors of these articles, we see, these are non-FBAs who are making these articles. Just like Essence. Come on. So when we see that stuff, we were like, okay. So now what we're seeing is the root of who's causing and bringing this division out. Okay, who's orchestrating this division? So when we see stuff like that, when it comes to colorism, because y'all got a whole different issue with colorism than we do. Okay. Yeah, we got maybe bickering and some stuff going on or whatever the case is. People feel like they better than what they supposed to be. People feel like and it's some stuff going on. But for the most part, we don't really have that thing or like light skin town, dark skin town. We don't do that. We don't do that. Y'all come from countries where the light skins live over here and the dark skins live over here. We don't do that. We don't know nothing about that. So then y'all come over and you guys start projecting a lot of your issues, whether that's the issue of gender division, whether that's the issue of colorism, whether that's those issues, and you guys are saying it and you're hiding the fact that these are immigrant problems. You guys are making it and you're messing it up for us. You're stirring the pot for us, just like with the brick lady who got hit who faked getting hit in the head with a brick, and then next thing you know, she's like, black men, why do y'all be doing black women like this? I can't believe it. She was lying the whole time. But what that did is that created a damn storm between black men and black women, where a whole bunch of us are sitting up there talking about how black men do protect black women and black men this and black men this. Y'all be coming over here orchestrating this stuff and initiating these problems. So when foundational black Americans say, hey, hold on, let's let this be an FBA conversation, let's let us lead this conversation, y'all feel some type of way. No, no, because we already, y'all done, and I'm not saying all of y'all, but it's just been too many, so we just got to stop it where it is. The tethers just messed it up for y'all. That's just, I can't, I don't know what to tell you, but that's just a fact. The tethers done messed it. Y'all shouldn't have let it get this bad, but the tethers done messed it up for y'all. So now when it comes to an issue that can be a divisive issue, we don't want y'all around, because we already know y'all get an agenda where y'all project your issues. And then y'all be making it seem like this is a black issue. The black man want to be the white man. And we all like, who ever said any of that? Where is that coming from? Oh, yeah, looking at your background. Oh, yeah, you're from Africa. Oh, you're from the Caribbean. Oh, now it makes sense. Y'all making things about, man, the black women, she do way better with a white man. A black woman need to get with a white man. Like, who says that? Why are y'all saying that? Oh, look at your background. Oh, okay. So we're recognizing the pattern now. So now when we say, hey, we want y'all to stop being in our conversations because y'all messing it up. That's why we saying that. All right. It's not grasping for straws. We understand y'all got problematic stuff. Y'all need to have y'all conversations among each other and get that together. But don't come among us with y'all issues. Don't do that. Because we sit up there, for the most part, we operate smoothly. And then y'all come projecting y'all issues, and now we got a damn gender divide or a colorism issue. So that's why we be all like, hey, you can spectate. Don't, yeah, we don't need your opinion. So that's why we on that. That's why we on that. Okay. You got people, and we got people sitting up there just straight up disrespecting. I'm talking about just being disrespectful. Hold on. Y'all got to see this. I'm just straight up disrespect. Now remember, she is an Afro Latino. And this goes for all of the people being like, there's Afro Latinos getting deported. Well, the Afro Latinos act like this.
Part two, that goes for anybody. If you're FBA, non-FBA, black, white, anything in between that, and you got a problem with everybody else in the black diaspora, let me clear it up, because some of these motherfuckers come to my pages be so damn stupid. What does it mean? What do you mean the rest of the black diaspora? Anybody who is black but doesn't fit into the American category. That's what that means. I know y'all kind of stupid as hell here. You didn't go to school like you were supposed to, and that's okay. I don't mind clearing that up. So if you agree with any of those views...
Y'all hear that? We stupid as hell. We didn't go to school like we were supposed to. Okay. Let me take it back. And notice how she damn near talking to us like she a white supremacist. Hold on.
category. That's what that means. I know y'all kind of stupid as hell here. You didn't go to school like you were supposed to, and that's okay. I don't mind clearing that up. So if you agree with any of those views from the FBA or anybody who's not FBA, or you white rogue and you don't like nobody of color, let me explain something to you. FBA, you lick the front, and everybody else outside of that, you lick the back, okay? We don't give a fuck about your opinion. We are here. You will deal with it, and there's nothing you can do. Again, you lick the front. I don't care. Whichever one of y'all can take turns. Lick the front, lick the back, suck it, do whatever the hell you have to fucking do. At the end of the day, we don't give a fuck. We still gonna do better and live better, and that's the bottom line. Period. And if you hate Haitians, I'll leave you with this. Haitian immigrants that come to this country, they work in, blue collar jobs, fast food, but their children often become doctors, lawyers. Y'all kids filling up the fucking prison system and government assistance. That's black and white. Focus on what the fuck pertains to you. Part 2, that goes for any.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, look. Okay. All right, down. All right. We coming over here filling up the prison systems, and and that's the thing y'all projecting, because you're insecure. Y'all insecure. She's insecure because look at this. I don't even go there, especially with women. It's just not the man thing to do, but you upset. And I'm gonna say something. What I'm gonna say is not nice, but we're not gonna be nice tonight. I told you in the beginning, we not gonna sugarcoat anything. Baby, ain't nobody checking for you. See, it's always, and the tethers have a look. They always have a look. Notice that it's not nobody, and I'm not saying everybody from the Caribbean is ugly. There's some very attractive people from the Caribbean, very attractive sisters and Africa. I ain't saying that. But it's always the people who ain't nobody gonna double check for you, baby. First off, you got too much going on in your nose. Did you make up your mind? Why are you gonna stop putting piercings in your nose? What are you doing? You got one on the left, one on the right, one in the middle. What are you doing? Can you breathe in that? That's probably why you breathe out your mouth, why your cheeks are so large. Okay. You got too much going on in your nose altogether. You are not gonna be able to pass a metal detector. Okay. You better hope a magnet don't come flying into your face with all that metal going on in your face. Okay. What are you doing? Stop. Your nose got too much metal in it. It's probably poisoning your skin. Come on now, let's not do that. First, your glasses look a little muggy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Your glasses look basic. You can put some more style on your glasses. Your eyebrows, I don't know if that's a pencil. If it's a pencil, if you drew it on, if they're your natural eyebrows, your eyebrows are sharp. They look non-existent. And then with that lighting, you can damn near see through them. They sharp and thin. What's going on? And you're making a video in the bed. It looked like you in your bed with your bonnet on. You're doing it in your bed with your bonnet on. Come on. Yeah, talking about how y'all doctors, man, you ain't gonna be nobody's doctor. You ain't gonna be nobody's lawyer. You ain't gonna be nobody's nothing. Sitting up there looking crusty and dusty and bummy. Okay? She's sitting up there talking about, man, our kids be doctors and lawyers. Man, you work at Wendy's. And you always leave with a damn Baconator or something. Your lunch file, you got a membership at Wendy's. You ain't no 5 for $5. You taking a whole Baconator with the nuggets and all that stuff. You ain't paying no $5. It's $10 plus. Wendy's need a whole $10 plus menu for her specifically. All that 5 for $5 ain't gonna be enough. Let me get 2 5 for $5s, the 10 for $10. Let me get that. It's always a woman. What do I gotta say it? But it's always a woman that looked like a salad would do her well. Did I say that? It's always a woman who looked like she tell you, I don't really like vegetables that much. It's always a woman who looked like she never skipped dessert. It's always one of the tethers who look like that. It's always that. It's always that who look like, because you're insecure because FBA sisters kind of got it like you don't. It's always that. And you sit up there, you projecting, oh yeah, we're here to stay. No, not really. You here to stay, and that's not what he said. Nah, that's not what he said. He said Joe ain't here to stay. That's what he said. Oh yeah, we here to stay. Not really. That's not what he said. He said he ain't say that. You better eat as much Wendy's, because I don't know if they have Wendy's in Mexico, because that's where she's from. She's Mexican. I don't know if they got Wendy's in Mexico. I think they do got Taco Bell, but if you better enjoy what you can, because that food there is healthy, and I know you don't like that, so you better enjoy it while you can, while you still here. Ugh. It's just jealousy. Come on now, don't do that. Don't do that, because then we got to get on you. You got some more people sitting up there dissing, calling us xenophobic. Oh, look at this. I mean, come on.
I think I'm going to have to make a chart.
Let me ask y'all a question. Can I ask y'all a question? What do this woman and the women before have in common? What does this woman and this woman have in common? Who in the chat room can get it? Who in the chat room is going to be the first one? What do they both have in common, y'all? I want to know who's the first one to get it. Oh, yep. The septum ring. Yep, they both. It's always the damn septum ring, girls. It's always that's the telltale sign. It's always those damn septum rings. Lord have mercy. It's always them. I don't know where the septum ring trend came from, but it just blew up.
I cannot properly explain this right now because I think I'm going to have to make a chart or something. But I genuinely feel like the whole 92% rhetoric, I'm sitting down, I'm not doing anything more rhetoric after the election, has spawned an entirely new alt-right pipeline that a lot of y'all have fell down. A lot of people in these comment sections, in these videos that they're making, y'all are aligning yourselves with white supremacy and spewing white supremacist talking points about other minorities whilst hiding behind pseudo pro-black language. Y'all do not know what you are doing because you are uninformed, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be uninformed because you can get informed. But a lot of y'all are not becoming informed. You are regurgitating the same points that you are seeing people say in comment sections, in TikTok videos, on Twitter, and you are not doing your own reading and research. And that is how we got to the point of calling Native Americans savages and saying that they are centering themselves as victims for over 400 years when they have been victims for over 400 years, and start trying to erase their native status by saying that we were the real Native Americans.
First off, and here's the thing with that. We are. I'm not saying that they weren't here before Columbus, some of them. I'm not saying that, but we are. And then they enslaved black natives and they participated. So they are savages as far as I'm concerned, because I view white supremacists as savages. And if they're doing the same thing white supremacists were doing, then they're savages too. I don't give a damn if they were here first. If they doing the same thing white supremacists are doing, what does that mean to me? They're savages. I don't mind saying it. All of them, the damn $5 tribes. All of them from the $5 tribes. Yeah, they all are. They doing the same thing. I don't care when you got here. Makes you less of a savage if you doing the same thing. And a lot of times they was doing stuff way worse. So no, yeah, we're gonna call a spade a spade. The $5 savages. I like that. Okay. And we've been exposed the fact that we've been indigenous. We've proved scientific proof. They damn near need us to make a time machine and go back in time and prove that. No. So all of this alt-right, no, you calling us alt-right because we're not caping for everybody like we used to. And no, we're not doing that no more. We're calling people out. We're calling out the disrespect. We're calling out the anti-black racism. We're calling all of that stuff out. You can call it what you want to call it, but that's what it is. This is the true pro-blackness. The pro-blackness that doesn't turn the other cheek and allow all of these white supremacist wannabes to get away with their evil. No. That's true pro-blackness, and that's what we're really on now.
Are y'all fucking serious? The Hoteps and the Black Israelites have gotten to y'all minds bad. We need to start reading. Y'all don't know what you are talking about. I cannot properly explain this right now because I think I'm going to have to make a chart or something. But I genuinely feel like the whole 92% rhetoric, I'm sitting down, I'm not doing anything more rhetoric after the election, has spawned an entirely new alt-right pipeline.
No, she's going to keep that, and the video repeats that. No, No, absolutely not. You got people sitting up there dissing and acting like we doing something wrong. We're not doing nothing wrong. This is what pro-blackness was always supposed to be. And y'all want us to go back to where we were, where we sitting up there acting like we're some lost tribe and we don't have no home, and we're never going back to that. And y'all getting upset, calling us a cult, calling us a hate group, and that's not working. Look at this.
First of all, I want to preface this video with saying, yeah, I'm a Black American and I'm an African American. So all the xenophobic comments trying to tell me that I ain't Black American, shit, y'all can leave them, but I don't really care. It don't affect me. You dig? And also trying to tell me I ain't FBA. I don't want to be FBA. You guys are a cult, and I'm about to get on y'all right now.
You see that? You see it? Do you see it? First off, you are FBA whether you want to be FBA or not. FBA ain't no thing where you can be, I don't want to be FBA. Too bad. Your parents were FBA. That's too bad. You should be mad at them. And when they say things like, I'm a African American, just notice that don't necessarily, they're using the logic of, I'm from Africa and I was born in America, so I'm an African American. That's the logic that a lot of them are using now. So when they say things like I'm an African American, that don't mean they FBA a lot of times. Okay, it's not an automatic FBA. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, and they try to say that so they can have some type of legitimacy to speak on our issues or our culture. Just keep that in mind. Talking about we a cult, no. We a cult. She just came up here.
And white. Focus.
Her ass came up here and talk about how we going to jail and they going to school and they don't need us and we can kiss their ass and all of this stuff. Now, she ain't no cult. She's not going to be considered a cult. Her lineage is not considered a cult. But when we say, okay, well, you can go back home, then now we a cult. So they can get up here and talk about how we don't got no culture, we don't have no history, we don't know where we're from, they're here to stay, we can kiss their ass, they need us, we don't need them. Okay? Or we need them or whatever, we need them, they don't need us, they better than us, they work harder than us, we're lazy and all of that. But we the cult? But we're the cult. We're the cult when we tell them they can go back. Oh, so that's where the standard is. Okay, I see you, Pan-Africanist. I see you.
Hey, look, let's not get this confused because I try to use this as an argument. The sun dodging, crunching munching European, no, I don't like him. Straight up out the gate. Straight up. I ain't playing no game with him. He know I don't like him. But you niggas, they like to destroy and try to talk down on my ancestors' history, who's supposed to be your ancestors' history. Yeah, I got a problem with you niggas. Straight up. What the fuck? And y'all gotta know that. The sun dodging crunching munch, he know I don't like him. Straight the fuck up. He know I don't like him. Y'all niggas, I don't like y'all niggas. Y'all my family, but I don't like y'all niggas. Cause y'all very distasteful and disrespectful. And you have the nerve to try to come with division while trying to pass out some form of sick inside of only America Black unity. Oh, I'm on you fucking bro. And on top of that, FBA and its twin, which they align themselves with, named ADOS, are hate occult groups who spread division amongst the Black community. Not only that, they marginalize Black people amongst their own community. Not only that, ADOS has aligned itself with YT sun dodging supremacists. Not only that, ADOS and FBA have the nerve to co-opt the movements and the works that our ancestors did and then try to make it fit their own narrative, acting as if they don't understand that marginalizing the Black community inside of America, who's already a marginalized community, isn't going to help but going to make it worse. And then you want to sit here and fight for reparations. And specific, we talking about ADOS, you want to fight for reparations and you want people to have these here documents. Like everybody's supposed to be able to produce a document.
Okay. Can I ask you guys a question? Because I don't know. Who are we as FBA marginalizing? That's what I want to know. When we call who because he's saying we're marginalizing other people. So I want to know, who are we marginalizing? These people are literally making it seem like we're doing something to them. We're harming them in some way. I really want to know, what harm are we doing to them? How are we marginalizing them? How are we denying them anything? We're protecting our space, and that's marginalization. We're marginalizing other groups of people. Can you explain that? Elaborate on that fact. We're marginalizing who? No, we're not. We're calling out your BS, and you calling that marginalizing. No. You're not going to change the definition of marginalizing so we can be the bad guys. No. Notice that they got to change the meanings and the definition of things to make us the bad guys. No, we're not going to do that. No, we're not doing that. No, sir. We are not doing that. Okay? We are absolutely not doing that. And then you talk about, as far as the paperwork, you do need to prove your lineage. I know my lineage, but I would still have to prove that. I would still have to verify that in order to get reparations. Y'all know y'all lineage. You would still have to verify that. So, you still got to verify your lineage.
Specific, we talking about ADOS. You want to fight for reparations, and you want people to have these here documents. Like, everybody's supposed to be able to produce a document. Man. And then on top of that, now hold on. On top of that, because FBA got the want and got the nerve to try to sit here and tell everybody they not African, and they go off their genealogy and tell everybody to read these fucking documents. And then when you go off of DNA, they say that's YT man science, sun dodger science, and but who documented your genealogy? Because all y'all don't got your great grandparents and birth certificate. And then where these birth certificates come from? Huh? Where these pass and wait certificates come from? Where did these bills of sale come from? Huh? Any of the things that you can use to point out somebody with genealogy, you understand that they have to use the sun dodging. Man, you understand they have to use the sun dodging system of government to document themselves, right? So to turn around and try to tell somebody who uses their DNA, which comes from their blood, that this is YT man science and that this is not real, but you want to use.
No. The point of the matter is that the DNA science, where people try to trace their lineage back to their DNA, that's flawed. It's a flawed science for many reasons, and many scientists have called out the fact that that's not very accurate. That's very flawed. That's a flawed way. The most accurate, and I'm not telling people to not do it, but the most accurate way to find out where your people are from is doing the paperwork trail, doing your genealogy. That's the most effective way of finding out where your people were from, not through taking a blood sample and giving that to a lab. That's good for finding out maybe who your parents are, but besides that, going back hundreds of years and finding thousands of different people, no, that's flawed. It's a flawed way of finding out your lineage. The most accurate way of finding out your lineage is to go through the paperwork. You know who your parents are. They knew who their parents are. They knew who their parents are, and you can find it back. It's not difficult. For us, it's not difficult. There's marriage certificates, there are birth certificates, there are doctor records, there's business records. It's not difficult at all. Okay? You can find it back to at least the 1860s. You can find that back. Oh, it was very well documented. If you have an issue finding that, it's probably because your people were not here. And that's why they have an issue with talking about, you can't pull your documents up. You can't pull your documents. No, you don't want people to do a paperwork check, because that's going to expose the fact that you're not from here. I can do a paperwork check. I have family members who was in the military. I have family members who was all over the place. We can do a paperwork check. Y'all can't, because y'all paperwork is going to expose the fact that you guys weren't from here. So that's the problem. Oh, that's white man's paperwork. Man, please don't do that. Nah, you ain't even buying. We ain't buying that. We are not buying that. We are not. Now, what I can give credit to, and what I can respect, is because it's not about where you are born, it's who you are. That's the type of people we are. It's not about where you're born. Now, he brought up, somebody saying, I don't know why he's so mad. I guess he was beefing with some other people. I don't even know who he mentioned. But it's not about where you're from. It's about who you are as an individual. Okay? And the thing is you guys are gaslighting, making it seem like we're xenophobic and we're this and we're that. But you guys are taught and you guys are trained to have this disposition to us. There was a Haitian lady, I'm going to play right here, who exposed the fact that, you guys are taught to be this way. Look at this. Look at this.
Live this morning.
I can respect honesty. If there's one thing I can respect, it's not about where you're from, it's about who you are. I can respect the honest person. You can be Haitian, Jamaican, African. I can respect that. But you guys are taught that. And all of this lying is not going to solve anything. So I give all credit to people who telling the truth now. Listen to this.
So in doing a live this morning, I made a discovery, and the discovery, well, a lot of us made a discovery on this live. The discovery is that, so in doing a live this morning, I made a discovery, and the discovery, well, a lot of us made a discovery on this live. The discovery is that foundational Black Americans, ADOS, Black Americans, whatever you personally refer to yourself as, are not aware of the campaign against you when it comes to Black immigrants coming in this country.
And see, when we call it out, they say it's xenophobic. She's admitting, yes, there is an active campaign against us. So yes. She's Haitian.
In other words, you don't know, Black Americans aren't aware of the campaign against them when it comes to immigrants coming in, as far as like white supremacists and other
Now, she said we actually are hip to the game. It's good you telling the truth, but we know. But so we know, and we've been calling this out. And when we call it out, they say it's xenophobic. Now you got somebody who's not FBA saying it. So is she xenophobic too? Is she pro-xenophobic or whatever you call it?
Other foundational groups that have proximity to whiteness. A lot of us, when we come here, are told a lot of negative things in this campaign, which is to stay away from them, not to date Black Americans, they're lazy, inherently violent, uneducated, things that we ourselves, well, I don't believe, and so on and so forth. And I think, especially, and this happens.
And let me pause it. And thank you for this, because this is, and what we have is, when we have, BX is still in here, right? When we have our TikTok lives and Tariq be having his Twitter spaces or whatever the case is, and we be having our conversations, y'all will come up here, and I mean the tethers, they will come up here and they'll be all like, well, y'all called me an African booty scratcher. Y'all called me an African booty scratcher. And this is why we don't like you guys, because y'all bullied me when I was in school, when I was in kindergarten, y'all bullied me. No, that's not why. You guys were taught not to mess with us. You guys were taught to have disdain for us. Y'all was taught by y'all parents, hey, don't come here, don't date them, don't be friends with them, don't do business with them. Y'all were taught that. It's not because of no African booty scratcher tease or bullying in school. It's because you guys were taught that. That's why.
Especially when we're receiving accolades, right? When we're doing anything positive.
Now, hold on. Listen to this part. Because they like to brag about how great they're doing, right? They like to brag about how great they're doing. Now, listen to this.
And so on and so forth. And I think, and this happens especially when we're receiving accolades, right? When we're doing anything positive, it's always this quest to try to figure out, well, how is this person accomplishing this? When I bought my first house, I remember in the closing room being asked, like, you're not regular, like, you're not regular Black, right? Like, you're from somewhere else. I was 30. And throughout my life, that has been the theme. Anytime I've accomplished something, it's like to try to separate it from foundational Black Americans. Like, well, the reason this person accomplished this is because they're Haitian or African or Jamaican. And I guess in my quest to
Now, do you see that? And this is what we be saying. Anytime y'all come buy a house, go to college, get a degree or whatever, y'all are taught to sit up there and, hey, make sure that y'all don't give this victory to the whole community. Make sure you guys exclude FBA from taking a part of any bit of this glory. Make sure that you guys say, oh, this is a Haitian victory. Oh, this is a Nigerian victory. Oh, we doing good because I'm Nigerian. It's not because I'm, no. It's because I'm Nigerian. Make sure you distance yourself when you're doing well. That's what they're taught, okay? And she non-FBA, and she's saying this. So you know this ain't no xenophobic thing.
try to separate or to try to stop that or divide from that, I just started doing the whole, well, we're all the same. Well, we're all the same thing, because I personally do not like to be tokenized. Like, I think it's weird. It's uncomfortable. I think it's whack. And truth be told, I accomplished the things that I've accomplished, like from getting my master's to being able to purchase multiple properties to doing different things because I'm in this country. So it kind of bothers me to be a part of the campaign against, the FBA. In me doing that, I've kind of like chosen to assimilate and say, well, I'm a Black American of Haitian descent. And I realize now that that's offended a lot of people, and I can apologize for that because that wasn't my intent. Because truth be told, it is easier in terms of like white supremacy to navigate being an immigrant. Honestly, I'm saying that wholeheartedly.
Well, and that's one of the favorite things. I like what she said. I like what she said that, okay? Because the thing is that they will come over here and say they got it out the mud with $5. They got it out the mud with $5. Oh, I came over here. We came over with nothing. We didn't even know the language, and we just got this house for no reason. We just worked so hard and got this house. No, you didn't. And it's good that somebody's saying, no, you didn't. You didn't come over here and get nothing out the mud. We the only group of people who ever got anything out the mud. We the only group of people starting from here and fighting here to get anything out the mud. This is getting it out the mud. This is blood, sweat, and tears. Y'all not coming over here doing this, so y'all not getting nothing out the mud. And y'all need to stop with the whole we came over with $5 lie. Y'all got to stop the fight. It's all $5 Indians, $5 immigrants. Y'all need to stop with the $5 lies. I'm gonna start calling it that. The $5 lies got to stop.
And I don't want that type of privilege and tokenization. But I realized in saying it this morning, so many foundational Black Americans were like, that's not true, that doesn't happen. So I really would like for all of my Caribbean people, all my foreigners to speak up. Have you, throughout your life, specifically Black immigrants, but any immigrant can chime in on this, have you been present or received negative information about foundational Black Americans when entering this country and throughout your life in this country? Please let me know. And please let me know what you've heard. I want honest opinions, because I really want it to be understood, the divisiveness and who's creating the divisiveness. Y'all have a great day. So in doing
Okay. So with that being said, all of what she just did is all of the xenophobic, oh, y'all a cult, y'all a hate group, y'all this. No, she just said everything we've been saying. Everything we've been saying, she just said. We've been saying, no, y'all are taught that. Y'all are taught stay away from the Akata, stay away from the Jareer, or whatever other name y'all have for us. Y'all been taught that. Y'all been taught to sit up there and look at us as lazy, look at us as uneducated, look at us as ghetto. Y'all been taught that. Y'all been taught not to date no Black American, not to do no business with Black American. Keep it at home. Don't mess with them. Don't organize with them. Don't do nothing with them. Oh, and y'all been taught those things. Okay. And then when we say, hey, okay, well, if that's the case, we're gonna keep it to ourselves, y'all be sitting up there making it seem like we doing y'all wrong. When we say, hey, all of the deportation, all of the ICE stuff, y'all got it, y'all cool, we not doing y'all wrong. We're not. No. We're not doing you wrong. This is what y'all get. And with people like her, and if y'all would be honest, that's how y'all gonna fix it. Because it's such a shame that the women are more honest. I see, because it was her and it was another African woman who I saw. I don't have the video, but it's a shame. It is that y'all got more immigrant women who are honest than the men. And that's maybe what I see, but that's a shame. Because the men are the ones who need to be sitting up there addressing the community like this. And I see more from the women than the men. That's a shame. That's kind of sad. Okay. Y'all need to get it together. Okay. Y'all need to tell the truth. All right. See, when it's stuff like that, when people start saying, yeah, the cat's out the bag. Yeah, we are messing up. Yeah, we are messing the game up. Yeah, we are having this. She's brave enough to say that. Why are the men not brave enough to say that? I'm asking. And I'm not saying that there's not no honest FBA, non-FBA out there saying that. I'm not saying that. But I see more non-FBA women actually speaking the truth than I see the men, at least on TikTok. Now, Twitter or whatever the case is might be a different story. And we got, Kid Gravity, and he's Jamaican or whatever the case is, but he's cool. He's a writer and all that. We have some. But if there's some, that's a few, y'all need to really be the damn leaders of your own community. Okay? Y'all can't be sitting up there hiding and be all like, I don't want to rock the boat. All this not rocking the boat stuff gotta stop. All this fleeing and then trying to gaslight and then trying to insult, that gotta stop. All this, we doing better than y'all, and I'm doing this because I'm Haitian and we got hard work ethic. Y'all, that gotta stop. And you guys, especially the men, need to stop that. Y'all need to be the first ones, just like with that other thing with the Daily Wrap-Up crew, like them. Y'all need to be the first ones. As the men, y'all need to be the first ones checking them. Even, and I'm not saying the women don't need to check them either, but the women need to do it, but especially the men, and the men need to make sure the other men do it. That's what y'all need to do. That's exactly what y'all need to do. Okay? Because otherwise, y'all going to sit up there and y'all going to have nothing, because we're not letting you take our space. That's just not happening. And y'all going to let y'all space sink. The island that could be rich with culture and wealth is sinking because the men aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. At least not enough of you. And not enough of the men are doing what they're supposed to be doing because you guys are not holding a standard. It's not enough that one man is doing it. One man is doing it is fine, but that one man needs to hold a standard for the other men. That's what men are supposed to do. Men are supposed to have a standard in the community for the other men to follow the standard. There needs to be a unified standard of a community that the men need to follow and they need to enforce. One man can be all like, hey, I'm cool, I'm a good guy. Okay, well, yeah, you can be cool and you can be a good guy, but if you are not going to create and enforce a standard that the other men need to follow and are called out for not following, it doesn't matter that much. It's not going to add to that much. You need to have a standard and call out other people for not having this standard the way we do. The way we do. That's why when I see an Officer Tatum, whatever the case is, or Jesse Lee Peterson, or Larry Elder, or Thomas Sowell, or whomever, I will call them out because as foundational Black American men, we have a standard of calling out off-code behavior. And until y'all get that embedded in your culture the way we have it embedded in our culture, you're not going to get anywhere, because that is what's fixing the problem. That's what's going to fix the problem. Y'all need to say, okay, this is the code. Okay, this is what we need to be doing. And we need to make sure everybody follows this. Do you not think during the transatlantic, the Underground Railroad, you know, Harriet Tubman had a shotgun, don't you? Harriet Tubman had a shotgun, and she was ready to use that shotgun to whoever needed it. Okay, whether that was a slave catcher or whether that was somebody willing to snitch, whoever needed that shotgun was gonna get it. Whoever needed that business was gonna get it. Do you understand that? Because that's the standard, and that standard needs to be applied to everybody. Y'all as the men need to say, you know what, this is the standard. We need to fix our country. We need to go home. We need to do what we got to do, and this is the standard of loyalty and honor and respect that we need to have, and we need to get everybody out the paint, circle the wagons for everybody who's off code. But if y'all don't get no code, the good ones standing there, y'all like a needle in a haystack. It is hard to decipher. And when we say we just gonna have to do our own thing, y'all feel some type of way. But because you guys are not holding your own community, whether that's the Caribbeans, whether that's Africans, y'all are not standing up and say, I'm not just gonna be on code, I'm gonna be on code and I'm gonna make them on code. That's what y'all need to be doing. That's what y'all need to be on. I'm gonna make them on code. We're gonna get together, we're gonna plan, we're gonna go home, we're gonna fix that. That's what y'all need to be on. That's the honorable, courageous, respectable, brave, noble, righteous thing to do. And I can respect that. I will respect that. But that's what y'all need to be on. Because that's the reason why we're so far. Why y'all acting like America is full of privilege and the what they call it, the land of milk and honey. We the ones making the milk and honey. We the reason why there is milk and honey. Because of us. No, we don't play that. All it is, you snitching to the slave master. Oh, you need to be the first ones to go. In Haiti, in 1804, the first people they got rid of before the French slave masters were the sellouts, were the turncoats. Y'all need to learn your own history. Y'all got to get rid of the turncoats because y'all got to have a standard. And y'all got to be like, you know what? This is what we doing. This is the mission. Everybody who ain't on the mission got to go. Everybody gotta go. We gotta call them out, and we don't condone violence on YouTube, but we gotta call them out and make sure they not able to disrupt what we got going on. If y'all get that, y'all can fix it. Y'all can fix it if y'all get on that page. But all it is, I'm scared. I'm so scared. You think you're gonna do anything being a scared grown man? Name a single scared grown man who got anything done ever in his life. Name a coward grown man who ever got anything done in his life. Name one. Let me get to the super chat real quick, okay? Shout out to X. He says, appreciate your family. Says what they don't know is Trump is going through vital records, educational, social security, automotive, home buying, rental, self-employment, identifying. Vital records. What they don't know is the thing is that we're not sitting up there caping for Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter. We're not here MAGA. We're not no black MAGA. We're not no Trump supporters. We're not no Make America Great Again. We are the definition, the current definition of what it means to be pro-black, what it means to be anti-white supremacist. That's what we are. That's who I am. That's who you guys are. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be here. You guys would be watching something else or doing something else. But that's what we are. That's why we're here. All right. That's what y'all got to do. And thank you for your cash app. Thank you, X. That's what we got to do to fix. And thank for everybody with the cash apps, the super chats. I mean, I'd be confusing those. That's what y'all got to do. If y'all ripping, y'all cosplaying us, y'all cosplaying the way we dress, y'all cosplaying the way we talk, y'all cosplaying our music, our culture. Why don't you guys cosplay how we fight culturally? If y'all can cosplay anything, cosplay the way we get stuff done. How about that? How about instead of cosplaying Jordans and Timbs and loop earrings and the eyelashes and the clothes and the chains and all of that, cosplay how we get stuff done. Cosplay how we stand on business. How about that? If y'all gonna copy anything, copy that. How about that? How about y'all do that? If y'all want to get the problem solved, that's how y'all do it. That's how y'all do it. But in the meantime, all of that scared grown man stuff is not, we don't care. We don't care. As a matter of fact, when you see it, it makes me mad. It makes me mad. I don't look at it and it's cringy to me. It's just like, oh, it's cringy to me. So actually it's going to make us upset with y'all doing that. So y'all really need to stop. For real. Family, we've been on here for a good minute, y'all. We came in late, but we was in here heavy. We was in here deep. We was in here deep. Y'all know I'm not just a person who talks about the problems. I give a solution. And that's my solution. But if y'all have not gotten the notifications, y'all can follow on social media. Make sure y'all do get the notifications. Also, make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Whether you FBA or non-FBA, hit that like button so we can blow this channel up. Okay? Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Do all of that stuff because all of that stuff is good for the algorithm. Make sure y'all do all of that stuff. All right? And I appreciate everybody for coming in, everybody for watching, all of the mods, all of the super chats, all of the cash apps. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. And I want to say good night to y'all. I appreciate the fact that you guys came in late. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate you guys tremendously. Be one to y'all. Thank you all for watching. Of course, y'all have a good one. Y'all stay blessed, family.